Oh, yeah. Hello and welcome to tonight's greatest live stream you'll ever see in the world of YouTube. Hopefully we won't go off into the ditch and crash and kill ourselves too much tonight. But first, let's get started by saying it is Tuesday, December the 13th, in the great year of 2020, approximately 5:31 p.m. We are located here in the United States. It is currently 55 degrees and raining. We've had good heavy rains all day, which has been really, really nice since we've been super dry this year in this part of the country, or most of the United States. We have a very interesting live stream for you. If your birthday happens to fall in the month of December, it is your lucky live stream. So once a month, we're going to have a live stream where we just say happy birthday to everybody who has a birthday in the month of December. Can I help you? So if it's your birthday and you have a YouTube channel, we are going to go and spend 10 hours at your YouTube channel watching your videos. So I have no clue what the Mrs. Philippine American couple is doing back behind me. Oh, she's found a dog. Is that a dog or a bear?
It's a bear.
It's a bear? So hopefully, Boo, for Mr. Yank, how are you? You're welcome to come up, of course. Let me find that freaking link and put that out there. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about some other stuff. We are going to talk about anything you want to talk about because that's what we do. We do usually have a tendency to go off into the ditch. Now I'm trying to figure out, what do you...
No, I'm looking for a cord. Just ignore me.
Oh, my wife wants me to... Yeah. Here's your watch, by the way. Thank you, watch, wife. Simple and Annette, good to see you, and thank you for visiting us. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. We are already off into the ditch and we haven't even got started. How are you?
Your wife's messing around where she shouldn't be.
That's what I said, Simply Nanette, they're what you say, hi, you're welcome to come up, Simply.
Oh, Nanette.
We appreciate you. Lorelai's trying to get her laptop up and running. There's a bunch of cords.
I don't want to use this cord, but I want to try this one.
Oh, okay. That's my GoPro stuff.
She's oh my God. Trade her in, man.
She's stealing my GoPro stuff.
Oh.
To work on a laptop with. I think I
Oh.
don't know what you're trying to do, but maybe.
I'll buy on the weekend.
She's gonna use that for a camera?
There's other, I don't know what she's doing, man.
For the laptop, I need to connect two monitors.
Well, you would with your laptop.
I don't know.
You just go in there and add the camera so
There's
you can get off
behind the door.
No, I need to connect the two monitors at once so that it will be connected on one.
TV.
Well,
You
those
need
are,
need a long cord then.
I don't know, man.
Just leave me alone.
Leave you alone.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I was thinking the other way.
Sure.
She was in here invading my space,
Sure.
taking stuff off my desk.
She'll have it. She'll be an expert in 10 minutes.
Yeah, she's trying to get. We're trying to get her a home workstation set up. Is what she's trying to do. So that's part of it.
Okay.
Because they let her, or they want her to work from home.
No kidding.
and they
Well,
provided.
then,
Yeah,
then you don't get no break.
I don't. You're right.
Hey, my middle finger is racing.
Oh no, man! Oh my God, dude! At least you get 8 hours a piece right now, right? 6, 8
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah,
You could have nothing.
I know, man.
Actually, we're not friends.
My God.
Karen Dumpsters Diving in the Philippines. That's me, Karen. Love your channel. I hope you're doing well out in the Philippines and finding really cool stuff. You know, Karen, I've watched your channel some. Not an expert, and I've actually thought about dumpster diving here in the United States.
Oh yeah.
The problem is, even though if it's in a dumpster, it's technically trash,
Uh-huh.
but the companies get really, 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 really pissed off if you go into their dumpsters.
Well, they're contracting that guy to come pick it up, and I don't know if it'd be the same as general trash.
Yeah, it kind of is and kind of isn't.
You're trespassing.
Around here, you know, the home of Walmart, we have all the Walmart vendors.
Yeah.
And over the years, people have gone into dumpsters and found, like, you know, 5 or 10 cases of hats
Oh man.
or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But companies get really mad because they're like, well, we threw that away. We don't want anybody to have it.
My cousin used to work for a private garbage pickup place since he was 16. I think he got fired about 10, 15 years ago because he was drunk. But he wasn't brought up like that, and he had a wife that was Nelky. So I don't know what the hell ever possessed him to do that. It's kind of disappointing because my aunt and uncle were very good parents, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, he used to go dump it, and he'd come home with boxes of brand new tennis shoes, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. But
listen, David, are you going to have? Are you and Lorelai going to be set up in the same office then?
No. How dare you?
You look like it. That was a good answer, man.
No, we have another bedroom that we don't use, and I told you a while back, we're putting her, you know, in our master. We have this big master closet, which is only hers, and then I have a couple dressers in the room, but you know, I have no closet space. And then the third bedroom here in this house has a decent sized closet, but we've turned that closet, the master closet, the guest bedroom, all into closet space for Lorelai. All of her shoes and purses and sweaters and coats and jackets and dresses and everything else.
Does she wear it all?
So I'm converting it also into an office. So she's going to get a desk, and she's going to have to kind of work in our third bedroom, which is her closet office.
Yeah, one of those curved monitors.
Yeah,
cool. Could put them in the corner.
Yeah. I have one here, and that's the problem. She used mine the other day for work, and now we got to buy her one.
Does she wear it? Oh man, my wife used to buy stuff all the time, secondhand too, and she'd never wear it twice.
Oh no, Lorelai's really good about that. Lorelai's a cheapskate.
Who was the super sketcher there that did a drawing of you and Becky on your left there? Who did the sketch?
This one?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. We were down in Killeen, Texas, I think, somewhere down by the Gulf of Mexico at this boardwalk, and I saw the artwork. I saw the artist, a young girl. I saw this artwork and how they did that. I'm like, oh, some of those are really cool. And I asked the girls, did you do any of these? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh, all right. But she looked like she needed some money. So just some college kid in Texas.
That's an outstanding thumbnail there.
Mine? Oh, hers.
Yeah, this one.
She goes,
I'm hooked.
He enjoys your thumbnail very much.
Oh yeah.
You know, so that's what we did. It's some girl in Texas. I told her to sign her name to it. She's like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, well, all right.
When did you have that done? You were in Texas, obviously, right?
We had that done maybe
Immigration?
3 years ago. Or 4.
Was that for immigration or something?
Yeah, we were actually down there on one of the immigration
Okay.
trips. And Lorelai just got her hair done blonde. That's what picture, she's a Asian blonde girl.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, we got them too around here.
Yeah, so she's an Asian blonde girl in the picture. Only thing I'm disappointed in is the girl didn't know how to draw my hat very well. I was wearing a fedora and it didn't come across very well.
Yeah.
So she's in the house. Thank you very much. Everybody, if it's your birthday is in the month of December, if you'll let me know that and you have a channel, I'm going to go and watch and spend a good 10 hours at your place of residency. And
You owe me.
hey, I just started that this month.
Yeah.
So yours, plus I've already done yours, but yours is 11 months away.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
all.
just kind of got to wait.
No, it's actually 10.
10 months.
Yeah, we got November, almost December gone. So
What do you got going on here? A video, Mr. Yank?
yeah, that's that coming out on 18th, I think.
Hey, if you make a mess in all of my stuff, just put it back. Because all of my technology stuff,
I'm not the one
See,
mess in the house, mister.
see, once
I'm just saying, all of my technology stuff, I kind of got organized.
it's like a child, man. Now you just have to deal with it.
No, marriage.
I'm not the one who mess.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know about that. So, yeah, we got that down to some. I don't remember the name of that town in Texas where we got that. Scissors? There's, I don't know. There's some in the kitchen. I have a knife.
Oh, quinoa. What is that one? The one in
You better put that knife away.
What's your,
knife. Oh, here's the knife. Why keep on that one there?
that's my knife. Don't run off with it.
That's his personal knife. That's his man knife.
That's right. It's my fish knife. I got that a long
Yeah.
time ago as a gift.
Mess with a man's knife.
Yeah. Don't run off with it.
Yeah.
Kinawa, Texas? What? Kimini?
But if you cut yourself and bleed out, that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kimba.
I'm going to try to figure out where we were.
Kiman. That's your brother told us to go.
No, my sister.
Your sister? I thought it was your brother.
Hmm.
Kimwa?
Yeah, there it is.
Boardwalk. Kimwa?
It was in,
Wushu.
what you get? Get it in it.
See,
There.
Kimma.
It's
I
in,
said Kimwa. Kimba.
it's in here.
What is your knife now?
Thank you. It's my knife. It's my fish knife.
Hmm.
Oh, come on now.
I don't know what's sleepy.
Yeah, we were at the. I'm trying to find it. Where the hell did it go? What's the name of it?
Oh, December 22. That's what it is.
Let me see. Kima, Texas. So we were in
Tyler?
this part of Texas.
Hi, Kenny.
Texas, which is outside of Houston, Texas.
Tyler?
It's kind of like it's on the water, on the inlet.
Oh, Galveston or something?
No, it's way up on the mainland. It's actually. Good morning, Timmy.
Lubbock?
Pima, Texas.
What's the name of that one?
So Houston, Texas is here.
Beaumont.
Yeah, north of Beaumont, up
Okay.
on the water, way up in the bay
Hmm.
is where it is. It's a nice, very rich area.
Mhm.
I mean, super rich. We
So
would
that a craft fair or something?
not. What it is we stayed at a marina because it was for something we were doing down there,
Mm.
and across the road, so to speak, is just a big boardwalk. Has restaurants and Ferris wheels, go karts, just a big theme park on the water, but it's just a boardwalk. So we went and hung out there and had a good time while we were down in Texas doing Lorelei's immigration stuff.
Hmm.
Timmy, how are you tonight? We're doing we're wishing everybody in the month of December a happy birthday tonight, by the way. So if anybody has a birthday for December, you let me know.
That,
10 watch hours.
make up a banner and run it across the bottom.
Oh, I did. I forgot. I keep forgetting, man.
There you go.
See, that's what I need you for. Somebody else,
There you are. Yeah, that's what you need me for. Yeah.
somebody has to keep me in line.
You already got. I have sympathy for you. That's why I'm helping you out.
Oh, yeah, I need it. No, my birthday was in November. So I thought I came up with this in November. Hey, why don't we try to celebrate everybody's birthday in the world every month? One of our live streams, we're going to just say, hey, it's January. It's February, and whoever's birthday, if they let me know, I'll give them 10 watch hours. I'll go on their channel and spend a good time. Joe and Jenny Journey. Joe and Jenny. J3. J3 is the man in the Central of America who believes that Bass Pro Shops is where you go to buy bass. So up in that world. We are good. Joe, how are you, man? Are you hanging in there? Are you woke? Have you awoke? Are you good? So I have no clue what Joe is saying, of course, as always, because you know me. But I'm sure he's saying it's good to see you, good morning, and hello. I bet you that's what he's saying.
Close enough. Right?
See, Mangananga Gabo Po. But every time we went and did stuff for Lorelei's immigration stuff, we tried to make a little vacation out of it.
No matter how hard you tried, you couldn't send her back, huh?
You're gonna get me fired. Fired. So,
90 days. You give you more than 90 days. They should give you 6 months.
They should,
Yeah.
You
You got to tell everything about a person in 90 days. Co-inhabitant there.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I don't know. I mean, do you think it would matter?
Yeah, it would. A lot of people have this fixation about this perfect thing. I mean, you talk to them on the internet, but they actually, day in, day out, besides 90 days is kind of rushing as far as I felt like, I felt like I was like, holy cow, I got to get this done,
And I appreciate everybody who's shouting us out. So I appreciate that. The one thing I thought of is, because we have a friend who's kind of in the middle of this right now, and it's hard to get organized.
Yeah. Sure is.
You know what I mean? I think it's kind of hard to.
I mean, if you kind of know in your heart you're gonna, keep them. Want them to be with you, but It's just you got all this stuff swimming. You know, you got to go through the green card process and the interview and you know showing them around.
Yeah. And you got everybody who wants to meet them. And,
Yes.
you know, you have to pick and choose who you want them to meet for, you know. So there's
It's
a
just
lot of things going on.
Yeah, that's just how I am. You know, I don't want to. I'd feel too overwhelmed if I had to cram all that in.
Well, and then,
Yeah.
then what you have to do, because you know, it's like we told our friend, you can't. These are the lessons I learned from our wedding in the process. You have to have a rough concept. And I told him this a couple of weeks ago. I said, look, you need to sit down with her. You need to come up with a rough concept about what your wedding can be in that time frame.
Yeah.
You know, how many people are coming, how much food, what are you doing for food, where are you doing it? And I said, so you got to kind of come up with this and get some of those concepts figured out. Then when she gets there, you got to be ready to hit the ground and get that crap ordered and get those locations picked out and found and sealed up. And it's just not easy.
I went to the courthouse with mine, and I mean, matter of fact, we bought this dress online. I forget where from, but it was only $200 some dollars, and it was nice. You know, it was off white, kind of like a beige. Hey man, I had it, and I got it. It was like I got it 4 inches, 3 or 4 inches too long. It costs us more to have it altered than it did to buy it. You know, and we went to my mom and dad were with us, and then we went to I don't know if you got him, Olive Garden down by you. Hi, E.T. E.T.'s he lives on the internet here. I see him in the morning.
Yeah, he's an interneter. He's over in Korea. So, hey, if you got time, you're welcome to come up and visit us and say hi to Timmy and everybody else in the house. Koshi was here earlier, but we probably scared her. So, because you know that's kind of what we do is go off in the ditch a lot. But no, I agree with you. It's, you know, luckily I had a friend who's very super organized. He loves flow charts. And so I just put him in charge of things and said, here, you know, figure, and we got little teams of people together and I assigned duties and we made it happen.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it is tough if you want anything more than a simple wedding.
Yeah, you go through all that process and all that flying them. Well, for me, I'd fly them down there, get that testing or whatever, and come back and like making 2 trips down there, and then get travel money, plane ticket here, and you're putting out a lot. And 90 days is too short a time to ask you to make your mind up, because I always plan for the worst, like something goes wrong, processing screws up or whatever, something like that. But I give everything enough time, so if it messes up, I can fix it before expiration date comes.
Well, you know, part of it is your spouse or your future spouse adapting to the new environment also.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, yeah, mine was homesick, man. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, trust me. Lorelai packed her bags. I don't know how many times. So in the first year we were married. So I don't know.
Well, I think my wife worked. I think she worked. She worked down there in Manila somewhere.
But you know, we had a lot of fun times during that time because, you know, I tell the story and she hates it.
Korean doctors.
And I know she can hear me. Is about when she made cornbread. You know.
Oh Lord.
Well, she made it out of the box, which was fine, a mix. But she put it in a much bigger pan than it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So it looked like a too big of a pan, huh? Well, it's just it didn't kill the taste, did it? I mean,
no, it was just
just
like a cracker.
it's like it was an 1/8 inch high instead of 3.
But
But
it's tough. And we were telling our friend the other day because he's trying to go through this logic of when his wife, soon to be wife, gets here, they got 90 days. And of course, everybody wants to get married as soon as they can to get it over with, I guess. Or that way they don't chicken out or something. I don't know which that is. But and it's winter time. She'll probably be here in January, maybe, maybe February. So I told him, I said, an outdoor wedding is going to be risky.
yeah, yeah, they can do a little Eskimo kissing out there.
You
You know
know?
what? If she comes within the next few weeks, she could do the polar bear plunge. I don't know if you guys got that down there by you, but we got
We
some
do.
idiots. We got idiots that jump into Lake Michigan and
We do, but
and
it's
then
not the same as yours. I mean, our lake, is 45 degrees.
well, it's cold, but 45 ain't gonna be any different to me than 20, man.
You
The
know,
cold is cold. But people do that every year, and they act like they're surprised that it's cold. That could
Yeah.
shock your system in the worst way.
So I told my friend, because we're talking about wedding venues and he's talking about a big budget. And I told him, one, you're crazy to spend a bunch of money on a wedding, but two,
His first one is this his first one?
uh-huh.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I figured out how to make it cheaper. I told him instead of renting a wedding venue, why don't you just rent a really nice Airbnb out at the lake and have the
Uh-huh.
wedding in the Airbnb that you rented, that you're going to spend the 3 or 4 days at anyway as your honeymoon location. And you just do it all in one location and you pay one bill.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, never been, so he'll be glad he did. For me it was I already did the church thing one time, so
well, we got married twice in the same day. Lorelai and I did.
twice.
Yeah, we got married twice.
Oy, oy.
Same day. In the same day. Very interesting what happened to us. So
Sounds like it.
twice in one day. And it was a
Wow.
long day.
Did you had a witness? It was a lousy day.
It was a good day. What we did is we had a early 3 a.m. wedding. We had a sunrise wedding. And
What?
my longtime friend and mentor who married us, we were done, just shortly after sunrise, and he had to get back home and to Little Rock. And he forgot to sign the wedding license, marriage license.
Yeah.
And so and we didn't know this until, 3 or 4 hours later. We didn't think of it. We don't know. We're stupid. And so I didn't want to call him to have him come So I called another buddy who I knew from the college who did wedding ceremonies and said, hey, I just got married, but blah, 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 blah.
Were you like an hour and a half away or 2 hours from Little Rock?
We lived 3 hours from Little Rock.
Well, you guys could have got in there and drove up his way.
Yeah, but I also got it done in an hour by making a phone call.
Oh, okay.
So,
Twice, huh?
yeah. So yeah, that's where it's good to know people.
Yeah. So you're saying that you might not be legally married.
Oh no, we're legally married. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're legally married, whether anybody likes it or not. Except for the Philippine government. When we went through our immigration stuff for, her dual visa, her dual citizenship and all of that, they didn't know we were married, so we had to do a bunch of paperwork.
Well, you got to report a marriage.
Yeah. So
You didn't do that?
well, we did it after we were told that they.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be done within
Yeah.
the first 2 or 6 months or something like that.
Yeah, we didn't do it for many years.
Oh, really? Well, if you don't know, you don't know. You know. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, they told us, hey, at the immigration department, you haven't done this.
Well, what's that? Yeah, yeah. How many? Yeah.
And of course, being an American, my point of view is, well, I don't really care if the Philippines knows or not.
Well, it's just for us. It's like our son's born automatic. He has two passports, and they used to give out a certificate that I found this out through a guy that used to live there for 20 years and came back, and they gave him a certificate, but my son's certificate is his passport because they give you they send you the documentation back after they copy it.
Okay.
So you have a report, you have a copy, or you have the original of. You should have gotten the original report of marriage back. So
we haven't got. I don't think we ever got anything back about our marriage.
you're supposed to.
Yeah, I don't even know. We sent it all in, but I don't know if we've ever gotten anything back about it.
Where did you send it to?
Wherever Lorelai is, does all the paperwork.
Because
but it didn't stop us from their stuff. So
I sent mine to Chicago, and they sent it to Manila.
Oh, we sent ours to Houston. We would have turned ours into Houston.
Okay, then somebody dropped the ball there. Then because I was surprised because it cost I don't know how much. I got like 3 or 4 copies. It was like $20. It was pretty pricey. So when I sent them one, because it has a seal on it, the raised seal.
Yeah.
So they said original. So when I sent it out, I thought, oh man, I hope I don't have to go down there again. And lo and behold, they sent me back everything that once they. I think they're still in the microfiche stage.
No, I take that back. We had enough proof when we were in Houston that they just did it online or whatever in their system. So I don't think we mailed anything or they.
I don't know, dude.
We had the originals with us in Houston, Texas, and the people at the consulate just did it then and there. So maybe that's what happened for us.
No, they're supposed to. It's supposed to be recorded.
They recorded it at the consulate and took care of it from there.
Yeah, they're supposed to send that on.
Well, they probably will, but they gave us. We didn't. We have all of our original stuff back. But if it didn't work, it doesn't seem to have mattered because it hasn't affected us at all.
I thought you said you didn't get your original stuff back.
Well, we didn't get anything back, and so now I'm thinking that what happened was when we were in Houston, Texas, doing all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Lorelai just showed them everything, and they took care of it at the consulate in Houston, Texas.
They can't do that.
Turn anything into Manila. The people in Houston took care of it for us. Now, whether it truly got processed, I don't know.
Yeah,
but that's why we didn't get anything back because we didn't give them anything. For them to keep.
Yeah, I would. I would want it just for the sake of it. You never know.
Yeah.
You just don't.
We have everything original. I mean, we don't have. I don't know what document.
So
say now you're approved or whatever.
See, when I got it, we got it. We sent it to Chicago. They sent it to Manila. Manila sent it back. Either that or they faxed all the shit over there, and then they gave us all the paperwork back, all the original.
Well, see, I think that's what they did in Houston. They took it from us, copied everything, and then faxed it to Manila and gave us back our originals right there while we were sitting there waiting.
Well, yeah, but since Lorelai's listening, why don't you tell her to let you know if you got that back all right?
Hey, Lorelai.
I don't think you have to yell that loud.
Whatever happened to our report of marriage to Philippines?
Yeah.
No, now you have nothing to say. That's a shocker.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Did we ever get it back in the mail or anything, or did we do it at Houston? Or do you not know? It's okay if you don't know.
I'm going to start humming a theme to Jeopardy.
I don't know. But it's good to know the process. But I don't know what I don't know, and
Well,
what does it really matter?
you've been married, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Does it matter if the government knows it or not?
Well, we went down there. We filed the report of bird 2 late, and we went down to Chicago. It's nice, nice property there, not that far from the lake at all. And we walked in there, and we didn't know they had a number system.
Yeah.
So we walk in there, and my wife just gets up and walks to the window. Man. There's just all these people. All of a sudden, at dawn, I go, "Hey, I don't think you're supposed to do that." And they had to run downstairs. She had to run downstairs to get a copy of something, and she wanted me to go with her. I'm like, "Freaking go, man! You're in the Philippine consulate here. Just go take care of it." Well, there was a guy in there, a farmer from Arkansas, as a matter of fact. He was a bit older than, a bit. Yeah, he's probably a little older than me. And his wife was a very nice lady too. Very nice.
Yeah, we didn't meet any white people in Houston. They were all Asian.
Well, yeah, they a lot of them come. They come from over. We had one guy in particular that was one of the working at one of the windows. He was newly. He hadn't been there that long. So evidently, obviously, was a relative of an employee already.
Yeah, Lorelai got talking to one of the girls or something, and yeah.
Is my laptop the PAC? Did you see this before? When you open it?
No, it was normal when we shut it down in the Philippines, but that was months.
No, I mean when you open it here, you never
I didn't
open.
know.
Oh shit!
We can have it redone. Having problems with laptops, but she was talking to a young lady that worked there, and and I guess it's how you get those jobs is that you know somebody,
Yeah. Yep.
Somebody's mom and dad is pretty wealthy, or they're politically connected.
Well, the guy I saw, he's a simple kind of guy. You could tell he's a province guy.
But as a person, I always thought it'd be really cool to go work in a foreign consulate.
Yeah. Well, Chicago's one of those places where it's nice to visit. But I wouldn't want to live there. My uncle, my dad's youngest sister, they moved down to Lake Zurich, Illinois. My uncle was vice president of Mark's Big Boy, like in the Midwest or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a bypass. He had a couple heart attacks before he was 40. And they had to go down to Chicago there. And I never, when I was in the Army, I'd go down there once in a while because I was 17 miles away. But I don't like driving around Chicago. But I braved it one time. And where I had to go to the consulate, it was just simple as pie, man. Get off an exit ramp, go down to the lake. Can't go any further, take a right.
Yep.
The parking structure, you're right there. Just a reverse skate, and it was a one way, which made it nice. It was a one way, both ways,
Yeah, I remember looking that up when we thought we were going to have to go to Chicago. I remember Googling and studying it and realized that it's literally right on the lake and be pretty easy to get to.
Yeah, it is.
The one in Houston isn't bad either, to be honest. It's not, the one in Houston is not hard to find. And the traffic's not bad in that area. So it wasn't too bad at all.
Well, I think the worst case scenario when it comes to Chicago, but I couldn't have had it any better.
Mm-hmm.
I think it I think it took us longer to get out of the parking structure than it did to get back onto the highway.
Yeah.
And one thing about, I always call it Illinois style, when there's an on ramp or, somebody, they don't bother staying in line. They go to the right side and go over the emergency lane and, jump up to the front. And I'm driving. There's this little guy with a taxi. And it's all this freaking, he just kept going, man. I'm like, when's this guy going to stop? He just smiles at me, Yeah, so I broke down and gave in. I mean, it wasn't going to cost me anything.
Yeah. Yeah, all of our paperwork was pretty easy to do. Immigration stuff was not difficult. I mean, it was just the headache and the expense.
You know what it is. You know what it is. They love their paperwork in triplicate. You got all this paperwork, but what it amounts to, it's like three or four different forms with the same question. Only the question is asked differently, or it's the statement. It's like, my God, you realize this after you fill it out. You're like,
No, it's
somebody showed up, huh?
Let's see. Joe is in the house. How is Joe from the middle of America?
You're not in the middle?
Yep. I'm closer to the middle than he is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're in Mo's area?
Yeah, I'm in Mo.
Yeah. I'm in R.
Yeah. Aardvark.
That's right. So what's happening?
No. David's in Arkansas.
Arkansas?
Been there a bunch of times. Really nothing there. Been there.
Hey, how could two cities be so different that the only thing that Kansas City, Kansas has is a speedway.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's it.
Because one's in Missouri and one's in Kansas. So.
Anyway.
Yeah. What are you up to?
I'm doing as good as I can, Dave. But not too much. Just trying to relax, even with this cold weather coming in.
Yeah, we're getting it.
Yeah, we might be getting some snow here. It says next Wednesday is what it looks like.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God, my back hurts so freaking bad today.
But it is winter time, so I guess we really can't expect a whole lot else.
This cold weather, like I have spinal stenosis. This cold weather, I'm a firm believer that it just sucks the life out of you. It just sucks. Yeah, I mean, it takes every ounce of your being to deal with it. For me, anyway. And it ain't good. It's not good for my back either. That's for sure.
I get a lot stiffer in it. That's for sure. A lot stiffer.
Hey, if I didn't have to take all my medicine that I got to take, I'd stay in bed sometimes. But I can't.
Let's see. Timmy's still hanging out with us. Timmy, good to see you. How are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, as many live streams Dave, as many live streams as Timmy's been on with me. First time she's ever heard my voice.
Oh, don't hang up, Timmy. Don't run away. It's okay. We'll keep you safe.
Yeah, she had a good life.
We'll protect you from the strange ones. I mean, Joe. No, she has a good channel. She does good on her live streams.
I watch it every day. Well, every time she's on.
Every chance I get it to go over there, I try to keep an eye out for them trolls that come around.
I watch it for a little while, and then I leave it on so they can get the watch hours from,
The funny thing
I
is,
usually hide them, but
the trolls sometimes aren't so bad because you can have monitor auditor, what do we call these people? Knock
moderators.
them out. But sometimes your some people that are out there when they come up, man, they just go crazy, and it's like, oh my God, what in the hell are you talking about? Have you been on drugs or what?
Yeah, the government bought them for me.
We appreciate that, Timmy.
Yep.
Because that's what I do. I go to a lot of live streams, and I just sit in the background like Timmy is now, probably laughing at us.
Well,
and sometimes I go, I
come on and say hello and watch it for a while, and then I do other stuff and I leave it on so that she can get whoever can get the watch hours for it.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just shocked because I can't figure out what in the hell the topic is. And maybe that's what they think about our live streams because we always drive off into a ditch.
Yeah. I have learned, I've seen it where it just goes off. It goes away from what it's supposed to be so fast.
But that's okay. I guess that's part of it, right, Joe?
Yeah. Yeah, I got my parade from the Mother Road scheduled tomorrow.
Yeah, Joe, did you drop your thingy for your?
No, let me grab it.
Your video for.
I got my.
Joe has a premiere coming out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And Mr. Yank, is yours out tomorrow? Is that what you said earlier?
No, mine's on the 22nd.
The 22nd. So here's Yank's.
I think it's 22nd.
Well, you would know.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's right in front of me. What am I saying? Yes, 22nd, 8 days.
So everybody share out each other's ears. I just had one about immigration, the I-30 form. Went over that with people.
Immigration I-30 form, which one's that?
For bringing family members over.
Oh, yeah, none of mine were interested in it when it was trying to be interested, so they wouldn't have liked it here. No way, not the frickin' weather.
Well,
but it takes a lot to work up to get that money for the airfare, and
I think it's
it's not a $20 bus ticket.
No,
so
I think it could be almost like a big black hole. Because depending on how many you're bringing over, you're talking about paperwork in the Philippines, paperwork in America, airline tickets, housing, food, lodging, and then of course, if
smelling my house up like dried fish.
Well, better than wet fish.
Do you ever eat that? Do you ever eat that stuff?
God, no, I'm not that stupid.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Lorelai, does she make it?
And it makes me go, I don't eat it.
You know what that is? It's like you leave this fish sitting out in the sun. Here we call it spoiled.
Rotten.
Rotten, yeah. You're not even good enough for the dogs.
But then if you bring your family over, or her family, not ours, obviously, and then if they're not happy over here, then are you going to become the bad guy? You brought them over, and so now in our situation, maybe we would live better than the family that came over, and are they going to be pissy because we have it a little bit better than them, even though they have it much better than they had in the Philippines, but looking around and seeing that we might have it better than them, I've heard that causes drama with people.
I told my mother-in-law, I said, you have a better chance at a business in the Philippines where you are than you do over here, because over there, you can sometimes get away with not having a certificate, BIR. And over here, you're going to pay taxes on everything, including your inventory, once a year. And it's not
rules.
You have a regular guy has a better shot. A regular person, period, has a better shot at starting something over there than they do here.
Mm-hmm.
You just need the capital. I had a brother-in-law that he had it going on. He had everything going, and he sold milkfish, and then he went out and got a scooter. And what for, I don't know. But all of a sudden, he was in debt. He wanted me to give him $1,000. That's all I had.
Yeah.
I said, listen, I'm not going to give you. If I'd have 5, it's different. But I only had the 1. And he was begging the heck out of me. I said, look, man, I'm not going to give you every dollar I have left to my name. Because then he got this payment system. Well, that ain't gonna happen. So I looked at one investment. Took mother-in-law told me about it. I'm like, it would take me 6 years to make my money back before I start making anything. But they don't look at it like that.
No. So here's my question for the night. I did have a question.
Oh, you did?
Yep. What Christmas gift did you want but never received?
What's what?
Christmas gift.
Oh,
Did you want that you never received?
I wanted a regular football when I was a kid. My parents got me a plastic one for some reason, and that crushed me.
Aw.
Yeah, I just told my mother I was tired. I'm like, God, I'm the only boy. I got used everything. I just want, if I only have, get me one thing as long as it's the leather one.
Right.
Oh my God.
How about you, Joe?
Yeah, I don't want for nothing anymore.
No.
I'm beyond that.
Yeah, you know what? I tell my kids, Father's Day and all that. I think Christmas they're going to get me something this year, but I only want some of those SIM card, the micro SD card holders. And I told my son once, I told both of them, the middle 2 kids, I said, just call me, man. That's all I need, Thanksgiving, they all went somewhere, but nobody said anything. Nobody asked me nothing.
Right.
But when I told my son, I said, yeah, I probably wouldn't have went to your fiance's house, or I would have went to my daughter's mother-in-law's house, but just ask me.
I agree with you.
Your courtesy, that's all.
Questions for everybody. Anybody in the chat there want to answer it? Just pop your answer in. But yeah, is there a Christmas gift at any point in time in life that you wanted that you just didn't get? I thought I was watching some Christmas movies here, because that's what's on TV, and it made me think of that. And I can't think of anything. I mean, I never got it. I never, or maybe my memory is so bad.
My dad was about himself, and like me and myself and I kind of guy. If you bought my mother anything, it was something that he could benefit from too. And if he had something already, and somebody didn't know that, and they'd buy him something, he'd go, I already have that one. I mean, he was just a dick,
Well, we grew up so poor. I knew that Christmas gifts weren't going to happen. So I knew from being a little kid, knowing that there's no reason to be wishing for a really good Christmas gift, because it just wasn't going to happen.
Well, for my kids in the Philippines, they give them, they get candy, man, or that's it. They're happy.
So, and then I have a follow-up question for everybody. I like follow-up questions. At what age do you stop giving gifts to children?
Oh, girl, your kids?
Yeah, well, yeah, any kid. It's
I don't know about
nieces and nephews or cousins.
No, well, none of them, but I mean, they meet for kids. My grandmother, my mom's mom, once you turned 18, that was it. She used to give you whatever, $5 for your birthday. And my mother still gives me $50, and I'm 61, so I say, I always get my kids something. That their birthday is the 30th of December. So this year I'll just give them $20 a piece, and that's it. But I always get them something,
Okay, so maybe we're saying a direct bloodline, like children, your own biological children or whatever. you keep getting, forever. But what if you have a bunch of nieces and nephews
No,
or things
uh-uh.
like that? When do you say, okay, I don't give you gifts anymore?
They're about 12 or something like that. So
Joe, you
10,
got any
12.
thoughts?
I'd go good 14, 15 years old, be about the time that they start going out to getting their own job.
Mm.
But then you got to worry about the laws regarding underage
No,
when they do that.
Yeah.
it's probably my, boys hit 15, you get a box of condoms.
I picked the year 18. When you turn 18, that's it. You don't get any more birthday gifts. You don't get any more Christmas gifts or anything like that. That's
Like
been
I,
my
my,
rule since I've whatever.
the oldest two went down to Texas when they were 5 and 3, but I just tell the ones here, I said, you don't need to just show up or something. That's all I need.
Yep. So that's what I do. I choose the year of 18, and we got relatives that are falling off of that, and they get disappointed because their siblings may be getting something
Well,
because they're younger, but it's just the way it is.
you know what I used to do for my middle two kids?
Craig,
I forget what year. I used to give them like $300 at Christmas time a piece. And one year hey Craig,
come up.
one year I couldn't do that, and I think my son was banking on it. But being like his mother, he's like he didn't let it bother him, well, openly anyway.
Yeah, and I also have kind of a rule where, at least for birthdays, I try to be very consistent.
Hmm.
So everybody gets the same amount, period.
Hmm.
I don't deviate, and we do the same year after year, year after year. So I'm very rigid in how I kind of do that.
I
Maybe
don't do that. Nieces, nephews. My sister Julie's youngest daughter. I forget how old she is now. She's 30. I don't know, 28, whatever. But she cuts hair at home. My sister lives there upstairs from them. They live in a nice town, and she ends up watching the kids all the time. And my niece goes and has a third one. My sister's like, but she just keeps dealing with it. But my sisters and nieces and all that, they don't bother with anybody else's kids except theirs.
yeah.
They don't. My niece when she had her other baby. My wife had her baby. She did not comment once or give any congratulatory message of any kind. You know, but we all do for her kids. But
Craig, so what we're doing tonight is anybody who's had a birthday in December, if you let me know, I will go and do 10 hours at their channels. That's one of the things we're doing for anybody who has a birthday in December. And then we're also just talking, and you're welcome to come up, of course, about Christmas. What Christmas gift did you ever want but never got? So that's kind of where we're at. We're trying to, and of course, everybody say hi to Craig and go to check his stuff out.
Craig knows me.
Craig knows you, does he?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
He's on my live stream sometimes. Oh, that's right. You leave her earlier. But
he's one of our down under friends.
yeah, him and got a couple of them down there now.
Yeah.
Everyday Part of Life and Sam's Chronicles too.
Yep, Sam's. Mm-hmm.
Sam's and that. Sam's from I think Brisbane. I think.
Yep.
Oh, Jack too. The Chef Jack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where he's at. I think he might be in. I don't know, David or Craig. Would you know where Jack is from?
So yeah, there's quite a few of them.
I think Jack's from Melbourne.
Jack's Melbourne. Oh, so is Craig. I think.
I believe.
Yeah,
A
I
lot of the
just
major
don't.
metropolitans there
Yeah, they got about
are.
three or four. Well, they got
There
Perth,
you go.
Melbourne, Brisbane, and Sydney.
Craig says all he ever wanted that he never got was a 6-foot blonde. Now you're talking about 6 foot tall or 6 foot wide. And if
you
you,
you
and
got
I
to see it.
can't say anything because my wife is home tonight.
His wife does videos. You should see his kitchen, man. It looks like the kitchen out of a model home where it's never been touched.
She does the cooking videos.
Oh
He
yeah, I
says
think
tall.
yeah, tall, huh?
Oh, okay. Just hey, I wanted to verify.
6 foot wide, huh?
Well,
19 stone.
but they, well, you know why you never got one of those is because they're pretty pricey. At least in America, they're pretty pricey.
We, me and my second wife went to. We were in Memphis, and we met this lady there. She came all by herself. She's from Australia. Her husband lived in California. Her stepson went to Pepperdine, so he had money, and she had twin brothers that were totally two opposites when it came to how they felt about things. One was a pessimist, the other one was an optimist. So she told me about the pessimist one. I go, yeah, they're damn right. That's how I think too. And she said you should have seen the look when she rented a car in California. You should have seen the look on the guy's face when she goes to get in there to drive, because she got in the other side.
Oh, funny.
She got in the right side.
And Craig says that he could probably afford or he might be able to get lucky enough to get a 6 foot wide one. So,
Yeah, it smelled like it probably doesn't smell any worse than striped fish, right? Well,
that dried fish, man.
uh,
Bad thing is, well, we're getting off in the ditch. Bad thing is, I think we all knew what that dried fish smell was before we even knew what dried fish was.
it's no amount of I don't know, no amount of anything could convince me that something that looks that nasty and smells that nasty tastes good.
Well, I told you the story. I told that one friend that went on vacation with all of us. I said, he's like, oh, these are like, fish chips. And I'm like, yeah, but you better be careful, man. And
Fish
he ate a whole bunch, and a couple hours later, puking his guts out, and just like, it's something you got to get used to.
Heck, well, yeah, then you get salt overdose.
Yeah.
It's sea salt, but isn't that like regular salt, only more refined? Regular salt is.
Well, what they look at, I guess the only difference is sea salt comes from the sea and the rest salt comes from the ground.
How do you schedule videos on your channel, David?
No, on YouTube, and Joe's an expert at this too. So
The times.
Yeah. You just go to your YouTube blah 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 studio, and on your content, when you got a video loaded up.
He knows that.
Okay. Well, then why are you asking? And then when you go to your details of your product, over towards on my page is over to the left. It's under like visibility, public, and if you scroll and look at the public one, you can go in there and look at. It says privacy, private, unlisted,
Schedule.
only, public, and then right below that in another box, it says schedule, and you click on the schedule, and it brings up a calendar, and you just click the day and the times that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Joe?
Yeah.
That's it.
Easiest way on doing it.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I had a question on this. I put it the next video I have coming out is from the beach. You know, I got a different, and I have a series of Masao. The beach is called Masao, and I went. This is the first time I ever did it, but I went and put it in that Masao playlist already. Will that turn to when it's scheduled to play? Will that one come up to be? You know, take that. What do you call it off of there?
Now say that again.
I got it scheduled for the 22nd, and I already. This is the first time I ever did it. I went and put that video coming. You know, it's in the Masao category already. So after it airs, will it automatically take the, you know, coming off of it?
It should.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But then again, I've got videos that I just let them play, and I don't even put them in the playlist until after
Yeah, I usually do that.
they played.
I saw the playlist first.
I usually do that, but I thought I'd try something different this time.
Greg, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Just gotta be patient with YouTube.
It happens to me all the time, Craig. And how you find them on the page, sometimes if you just scroll all the way down and you just keep going, you'll find them kind of like down at the bottom because they're just kind of there. And then sometimes they're up top. But I've been doing this for a long, long time, and there's been many a times it's not there until right before it's ready to go. So you just never know with YouTube on how that's going to pop up.
You look in your community settings. Do you have something that's keeping that from happening, Craig?
From having to show up on his page.
It should. I mean, I know less about all this than everybody I know, but I know that much.
The only time that's ever happened to me is when I've not done the upload wasn't totally done right, and I've had to delete and re-upload.
Really?
And after it got re-uploaded.
So, Craig, are you still on your page, Craig? Are you still looking at the home button, or did you go to your video button? Because sometimes on my page, where it says right under our picture is the home. You select on the home, and they're not there. The stuff I got coming up soon, scheduled already. But if I can go over to the video section, then it shows it. But since it shows like I got these coming up in January already scheduled, and it shows that they're there, ready to be notified. So that comes up.
I'm trying to think of something else. Damn, I can't think of that right now. I just had it tip my tongue too.
Because I already have
most of it.
If you're on your computer and you don't open up a second page, well, then you're going to screw the one up that was loading.
Yeah.
You know, Craig, if you have any, if you need any advice from anyone, you ask Christian. He knows a lot about everything. He'd be able to, talk.
Yeah, Viking in Norway.
Yeah, Viking in Norway. You put it on your phone.
Craig, drop your page link for everybody if you can.
He doesn't have a jacket, Dave.
All right, let me go in and give him a jacket. I'm so bad about that.
Hey, Greg, if you want to, you can also get in touch with me, Joe Genie Journey on Facebook. And I could probably talk you through what you need to. That way.
Find your issue.
Yeah, but a lot of times it's just, you kind of got to dig for it.
Well, it could be a setting somewhere where, a box is checked when it doesn't have to be checked. you know, it could be
Oh,
very.
yeah, drop your page link and I'll click on it here and behind the scenes here and see, you know, if you got a bunch of stuff popping up, whether it's on your end or you know, whether the public can see it or not. So, but
Yeah.
I'm going over there now, Dave.
okay, you're gonna go check it.
I see nothing upcoming. On his page.
Craig Pierce.
Well,
Parrish.
but he hasn't dropped his. Yank, is that your link that you dropped?
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his, Joe. So Craig hasn't dropped his.
No, I'm looking at Craig's page right now. He's got 122 subs, 79 videos.
Okay.
He's got his email address up. One of your fishing buddies, I'm seeing, but no upcoming videos.
Huh.
Last video was 5 days ago. Got 61 views on it.
So you're right, Mr. Yank. It may be a setting thing. You know.
Yeah. It's. I mean, what I know and what I've learned mostly is from Christian the terminology. You know, when I first started out, I watched everybody else's. I had no desire to get into that, and then for whatever reason, I did. And
you may have. You're right. He may have something on his.
Go to community settings. That's
that's
you got something not allowing. Something is not allowing your videos to be seen that are scheduled, right?
Yeah, I'm going to look a little bit here in the settings.
Yeah, Craig's got 122 subs. So he's a far cry from the 1,000. He's working on grade 2.
Yeah.
That's his second channel, though, I think.
Yeah.
The second one you got, Craig, or is your wife got one? You got one.
One thing I can suggest to you, Craig, as well.
What?
Don't drop your link unless the host asks you to. Because if you go dropping it too much, when YouTube looks at the live stream, they'll think that Dave's got a fish for fish stream going, and any new subscribers he gets during this live stream will wind up not taking.
Well, they would know if that was coming from his computer or not.
It wouldn't matter.
No,
it would not matter.
Yeah, I like
I've been
this
on.
title. Go ahead.
Christian, when you need
I've
him.
been on YouTube for over 10 years.
Mm.
I've been a support channel all that time, except for the last 2 years when I just started putting up videos.
Yeah.
Well, Craig,
I see a great title he has here. Everything is a thing.
I'm working on my fish tank videos too, Craig, by the way. So I got some fish tank videos I'm working on too.
Well, you got a separate little facility for all this fish tank, Craig.
Yeah, he's the man.
I've seen him, but I'm just looking at this one thumbnail. I'm like,
Man, those people in Australia must be fancy and rich. I mean, look at this place.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, even has his own private Asian women dancers.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. And he has a Joey with a white Joey, I think. Is that a Joey? A white Joey? Yeah, I know. Yeah, albino. See,
Yeah,
man,
Craig, is this your wife dancing or is that your daughter?
the one of your girlfriends.
Yeah, one of them. Sexy wife.
Well, this girl's blonde. She's not 6 foot. I doubt if she's 6 foot tall because she's
Yeah,
Asian.
1,600 views.
Yeah, I love fish tanks, man. I'm a fish tank guy. I bought one used, been putting it together. I got some videos, but I'm gonna have to watch all your fish tank stuff.
Yeah, that in that video there, Craig, your wife looks like she's 15.
Craig, I've got one of your videos saved to my watch later,
Uh-oh.
so I'll go watch it later. So
Oh, she
this
does.
way you'll get a new sub, but make sure you don't return to me right away.
Wait,
Wait a good 24 to 48 hours before you return.
and it really does stick then. Then you know for sure it's gonna stick.
From the past, old friend, huh? Old friend, old wife. Which one is it? Make up your mind.
Yeah, maybe it's both.
That's your wife?
Maybe it's both, man.
Anybody,
Different.
I mean, he's got it going on
Craig.
down there. He's got fish tanks and a Joey and a Filipina.
The thumb there.
Craig, anybody that comes new to me, I let them sit there for a good 5 days before I get back with them.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
too.
I have friended them back right away, and then the next day or two, then mine goes down
Damn.
because they either take them away. That ain't no. YouTube
Your wife
doing
is
that shit.
42 years old. Wow.
How old?
My wife is, wow,
32?
42.
42.
Mine's 35.
So how old was she in the dancing video?
She looks about 25 in the video to me.
That's that's
Maybe it's.
gotta have. I used to have that.
I'm sorry, Lorelai's only 21.
I used to have that youthful look too, but that's gone away now.
Oh,
They-
nobody wants to see me clean shaved.
I went to a bar. Last time I was at a bar, I got carded. I was 35, and the guy said, "Sorry, sir." It was like, "Gee, man."
Mr.
okay.
I doubt if you ever had a youthful look. Come on now.
I did, man. I had a baby face. Well, I used to get. I was in a conversation once when I was like 31 years old, and this lady said, "Oh, you probably wouldn't know, though." I said, "Well, if I was like 31, would I? Would I know that?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, that's what I am."
Yeah, I was buying alcohol at the age 16. I looked just like this. You see pictures of me when I was 16. I mean, I literally look like this.
I had a friend like that.
So,
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I
Hey, Dave, you see me clean shaved,
I have, and
and you see me with my beard.
and I was scared.
Scared.
Yeah, Joe grows a massive beard.
Mhm.
They were talking on whose channel was it? Sammy's channel the other morning
Mhm.
about whether Filipinas like facial hair or not. And Sammy was saying that Sammy does, but most Filipinos don't seem to like facial hair.
I don't worry about it.
They like these clean-shaven young boys. Maybe it reminds me of the wimpy men, the wimpy Filipino men,
I'd be a Balchinian.
the Palestinians. That's a good movie.
Yeah, whenever I grow my beard out and it gets real full, I look like a full-grown mountain man.
Oh, God, it would take me forever. I can't even. Jeez, I had a little bit underneath my lip going on for a while. Then I cut it, and it never didn't come back.
Well, here's what I'll say. When I let my hair grow out and my beard grow out really long, I look like a Viking god.
Oh,
Yeah. That's what Joe looks like like he could scare Bigfoot. So,
Mm.
but me, I look like a Viking god.
We let's see, in 2013 when I went over, we went on a trip up to Naga, Bicol, and the lady on the bus went up there to get her daughter because she ran away or whatever. She had two kids by her, or her husband, or her son's wife. And she was 19, they're all both young. But the lady says, "Oh, Junior," she told my wife when I wasn't around, she said, "You guys look like you're the same age." And I thought about that after a while, and I thought, so she's saying I look young, or is she saying she looks old?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I left it alone.
I look younger than I am. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I used to. I really don't give a shit anymore, though. I just I might get a couple of years now. But that my dad's side of the family is like he looks super young up to a point, and then you go totally downhill. But at this point in my life, I really don't care, man. I'm more concerned with my health than I am anything else.
Here's what I like. Here's what I like. I like the fact that when men get older, we get better looking.
Oh, we do?
Oh yeah.
Not in my case.
And then when women get older, they just get older.
Oh.
That'd get me.
I would think young. I would think younger because they have more time to be spent, effort, energy toward looking good again.
Mm. Mm.
But it really it isn't. It's not going to make or break me, And I'm at now. All of a sudden I woke up when I turned 60. And I just started thinking differently, and when some things were more important than other things, and my heart health and all that's number one for me, because I have got what most people don't have, financially, so I'm good.
Yeah, and you don't smoke, right?
Now I quit like 2 years, almost 3 years ago now. I think I quit. Yeah, I quit in December of 21.
Well, I really believe that if I would have ever been a long-term smoker and drinker, a heavy drinker, I would never have made it this far in life.
I have a cousin. Well, that I used to smoke a little real fast and throw it down on the garage floor, and it got to a point where I'd come home and I'd look for them because I hardly, and then I got tired of it, and I woke up one day and that was it. That's just how I do things. When I'm done, I'm done. Not like something I got to work up to. Like I'm going to do it for another month, then I'm going to stop. But honestly, believe like you're just saying that if I'd have kept doing it, I'd be dead right now.
Yeah.
So
the
when I'm standing around other people that smoke, though, I can't stand that smell.
Yeah, the interesting thing is smoking and drinking is really hard on the body, but then if you're genetically disposed to heart conditions or lung conditions or autoimmune, man, it'll take your life away. I got a brother, I use my brother as an example, who's the bad alcoholic and the smoker, and everybody in my family seems to have heart issues. You know what I mean? So we have genetic issues going on, and and he died 4 or 5 years ago. And there's only 3 years older than me, or 5 years older than me. So, but he would have lived much longer if he wasn't an alcoholic. So,
yeah, well, when you're younger, like I said, your mind is even when you're 50, and your mind is like you're still in your 30s, you think, I got forever to stop. And a lot of people don't. I just got tired of feeling like crap all the time. I didn't give a shit whether it gave me a wrinkle or not. But my dad's mom, my mom's side, they got a little bit of heart issues, a couple of them, and my grandmother and my dad's mom did. So that's why I'm trying to, take care of mine with the beta blockers, slow the heart rate down, because at rest mine was 92. As soon as I did something, it was over 100. And I'm not comfortable with that. But my cardiologist, he didn't want to do anything about it. He kept saying it was my thyroid, and my regular doctor couldn't understand why he wouldn't try me on a beta blocker I got. Now it's a time release deal, so it lowers it. The lowest it gets is like 79, 80, but that's with the time released one. I need one more to bump that up a little bit to get it comfortably inside the 70s. But when I first started taking these, like 2 weeks ago, during the day, my heart rate was going, like 62 at the minimum. But when I read up on the side effects and all this and that, caffeine is a no-no.
Yeah, if you took my pacemaker defibrillator out of my chest, my heart rate would drop down about 40.
Yeah, my cousin has one too, and after he had it put in there, he had a pacemaker put in, and once in a while he'll feel it go off. But he got fired from a job because he kept falling asleep. That's because his heart kept getting too slow, and at the time I wasn't. I had thyroid, but I didn't have any blood pressure meds yet. And I said, well, what, did the guy try to adjust that? And he said, yeah, he's tried a couple different doctors. His mother's side of the family's got heart issues big time. But he's a big guy too. I'm tall.
That was to me, and I didn't know it. I was passing out on a regular basis. I'd be driving to Little Rock for a meeting or a conference or here or there, and I would pass out for just a second or two. I'd be sitting in my office and pass out. I just didn't know what it was at the time.
Well, he got fight. He had 17 years where he was.
When just a few years ago, I would my doctors were astonished when I was taking my heart rate from 120 to 40 in less than 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's a freaking no.
And I'd have no trouble doing it time after time.
That don't sound normal.
Yeah, 40 is really low. 40 is passing out.
That's an athlete, man. That's an athlete's heart rate at rest.
Right. So yeah, that's what would happen to me. I would just, and then it got bad enough to where I would totally pass out. And I'm telling you guys, if you've never passed out, if you really passed out, I'm not talking about being drunk and passing out. I'm talking about standing up and going to pass out. It is the strangest feeling because you're passing out. You go, oh, fuck. I'm getting ready to hit the floor and you can't do a damn thing about it. But, for me, I know it's coming on and I can't stop it. And I hit the floor or the table. And so I would learn to stay close to walls and chairs so that I'd have something to hold on to as I hit the floor.
Oh, I got knocked out by a toilet once. I was super drunk, and matter of fact, I think I was with my Greek friend. We were drinking ouzo, ton of sugar in the mouth. And I woke up, and I had my underwear down to my ankles. And my friend that lived with me, he was out with his brothers. He said, what the hell are you doing on the floor in there? And I'm thinking, So they helped me get to bed. I woke up in the morning, I put my hand up on my eye. It was all dried blood there.
Yeah.
I could have died. To get a concussion and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I've been lucky that way. But if I'd have known that was coming, it would have hurt more.
Yeah, I know mine's coming. And I really and truly go, oh. And
Does it still happen?
Really have enough time to go, I can't do a damn thing about this. This is going to be bad.
Does it still happen?
since they put the defibrillator in, I don't make it all the way out. You know, I just get that first rush of, oh crap, here it comes.
And they let you drive?
Well, of course. Nobody's going to let me do anything, buddy. What do you sound like my wife?
Dangerous, man.
They let you? Nah, don't let me. Yeah. But it doesn't happen that often with the medicine I'm on and the defibrillator, the pacemaker. But there are times that I get dizzy and wobble.
That could be what well, cause of that could be the food you're on or your diet you're on or whatever.
It could be anything, you know. It could be, you know, the lungs. It could be getting too big of a hurry, getting short.
Well,
you know, just all kinds of little things.
I gave these beta blockers. I've been on 2 weeks now, so it used to be kind of rangy, you know, and now it's settled mostly around 80, you know, 79, 80. What's nice, what I can figure out now is the wrist thing, which isn't that accurate, but the pulse rate is the same as the one I got for the cup. It's just, if it says it's 75 in this one, it'll be 75 on the other one.
Yeah. The good news is since my pacemaker went in and the meds that I'm on, I've become really, really stable. So I'm consistent. Maybe that's a better way to say it.
I got a friend with a medical background, so he helps me. You know, he knows. You know, I know what questions to ask and this and that. Yeah. And today I was telling him, I said, well, you know, now it's pretty much around. I tried taking a beta blocker later than usual, or I take the levothyroxine earlier, you know, to get it to working before I throw everything else together. And he said, well, now he said that's the time release one. You need to have your doctor give you one. Because right now, it takes 4 hours for it to get to the point where it's at 80. So, you know, ideally, you want to be around, well, 75, I do, all the time. So I'll make an appointment there, pay him an extra $100, and so he can talk to me.
Yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, I've been real lucky that, you know, things have been fairly stable. So
I have learned that don't anybody be shy out there about getting other opinions.
No.
Because I used to complain the hell out of it all the time, and all I'd ever hear is get a second opinion, and I go yeah whatever, and I ignored it for a long time. And
you do.
Now I start to bother. I look at the side effects of medicines that I take, and I am puzzled why a cardiologist wouldn't know the side effects of oxycodone. You know, the chest it restricts your chest, so I couldn't take a full breath. You know, I could only go halfway. That scared me. So this guy should know that, because they got everything on the freaking computer. They can see it.
Yeah.
But he's the one that went to school for 12 years, not me. And I got to tell him, you know, that I start asking questions on my regular doctor. He's, you know, I said, hey, you know, he won't give me no beta blocker. Oh, really? Why not? That don't make any sense. So he sets me up with that right away. So I want to get this all together before I leave here, you know.
Yeah, you definitely got to get a management plan before you leave in January.
Yeah. I want to see him super soon. I don't know what that's going to cost me. It ain't going to cost me $800 out of my pocket to get to the point I'm at now. When these guys, it could have saved me $800. You know, I totally forgot because of my memory. I went to the hospital last year, took myself there for the very same thing.
Yeah.
But he never bothered to mention that. You know, it just dawned on me. It dawned on me one day. I thought, hey, I went in and I asked him about it. And I took the stress, or you're on a treadmill, you're running on there and you jump off, you do ultrasound. I just had a cardiogram done recently,
Yeah.
and that's all good. Well, why is it doing what it's doing? So
No, it is interesting. I mean, I asked my doctor the last time,
hmm,
that, hey, he's like, oh, everything's been stable for quite a while. I'm like, well, does that mean I can take the pacemaker out? And he's like, well, if we take the pacemaker out, you're going to die. So
you got to get a new one every so often, though. My uncle does.
7 years.
Yeah, my uncle Fred, he's 80. You never seen such a spry 80-year-old in your life.
Mm-hmm.
This guy can he can crack you up. Everything's funny. It's almost like he smokes weed because everything's funny to him.
Oh, that is funny.
He's a super cool guy, man.
Well, think about where Gary is tonight. I mean, Gary cracks me up. So
Gary be in the background. Gary likes to do things just for the laughs.
yeah, Gary's a good guy. Gary cracks me up.
Sometimes Gary will say something goofy just to see,
The reaction.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I like Gary.
Oh yeah.
That's what I asked him. I really did. Said, hey, so look, everything's stable. Been stable for a few years now. Can we take this out? And he's like, sure, but it'll just die. Because I have what they call a 3-lead. So 3 chambers of the heart it works on. So Joe is having connection issues. All right, Joe. We appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support and looking out for us. And we'll chit chat with you here soon. But yeah, so your big meeting is what, in January, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you'll be out of there by February.
Yeah, it depends how fast they get back to me. I sent a paralegal because I got her. I'm connected to her on Facebook, so I can ask her questions whenever,
Yeah.
And I said, look, I'm going to get a ticket for March at the latest, March 8th. And because if I wait till February, that March ticket will cost more. And she's like, I could take the guy anywhere from 30 to 90 days,
Yeah.
But the last time I talked to the attorney, and I tried to get before I missed that first one, he said that guy might come back 2 weeks. You don't want to wait around forever either. So just to play it safe, I got one more doctor appointment scheduled, my regular guy, I think early March.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take the flight after that. And because I had enough of this waiting. I went there for 6 months. I waited almost 2.5 years to do it.
Yeah.
I'm so much, my health is so much better when I'm there, and I'm healthier, happier, and healthier, and people notice the difference.
Oh yeah, you're right, Craig. Craig, sorry, I missed that concept too. You're right. It only shows up if it's a premiere.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, that's what I do.
Yeah. So if you schedule a video out 2 weeks out and it's not a premiere, then it doesn't show up.
I messed around with I did have mine coming out at, right now I got a 6 a.m. America, Central Time here. And in the Philippines, that's, what is that? Oh man, that's 10 p.m., isn't it? Huh. 12.
I know,
no, it's 8 p.m.
I know YouTube tells you need to look at the charts about when it's best to publish.
Well,
I
was getting
good.
I was getting some pretty good view amounts. Right now, I got them coming out at 6 a.m. here, so they're 14 hours ahead of the 8 p.m. I figured,
See, for my videos, I don't really plan for it to be mainly viewed in the Philippines or the America. I just plan for it to be viewed worldwide. So therefore, I just do it when I feel like is the best for me.
But well, that's what I did. I thought to myself, what would be best for both times. So if I put it 2 in the afternoon, Philippines, it would be 4 a.m. here, which is quite all right because it's already there when you wake up.
Yeah.
You know.
And I drop mine here at 5:15 right before the live stream. That's what I've been doing lately.
Whatever, and just keep it like that. If that, it's like.
So, and that's my just to do that.
Yeah, I don't have a quest or aspirations about being monetized, period. Gotcha. Because I told these one guys, I said, it's it isn't my life, only part of it,
Mm-hmm.
So I make videos when I'm there. I made a shitload that'll last me till next December. But because I put one out every other week. But
we got monetized really fast. We really didn't try very hard. We got monetized fast for some reason.
I started watching YouTube in like 2012, and there were like 3 channels I watched. One was the Enrique's one was Bud Brown, the other one was Philippine Dreams.
Yeah.
And ever since then, though, I mean, there's thousands of more channels, And everybody, and I know the Filipinos want them, it's like a source of income, a goal to get a little bit of money. For me, it's not. So,
a lot of these channels, a lot of our channels, to be honest, are pretty redundant. A lot of guys just showing the Philippines. Well, everybody's showing.
I don't believe in that clickbait shit either. I can't stand that, man.
Yeah.
I go out for a walk around my neighborhood. Well, where my wooden house is over there, it's a long way. I don't even know if I can walk that sucker. I'm going to try it when I get there, but it's going to have to be in 4 parts.
Right.
Because I don't want to, but I like watching video. I dabbled a little bit with adding music, and I just did that to see how it would work. But when I watch other video, I was impressed with years ago. There's this Dutch guy, I think he's Dutch, and he made these videos called Walking In. That was the title. And he and his daughter, he would visit every country in the world. Wow. So, and I love that, man. I mean, everywhere he went. For instance, he went to Egypt, Cairo, and they're a little Christian there. It's a pretty safe country as far as Arabs go. And he just walked. He didn't talk. And what I liked about that was not only did I see what fascinated by what I was seeing, I could also hear what was going on. And you can't. You can't do that if you put music to all of that shit.
No.
But so when I watch something, the way I make them, I make them to the way what I'd like to look at. That's just me.
That's good.
I'm not saying anybody else's is worse or better, but if somebody wants to tune in or they come across there and they like that kind of thing, well, there it is.
Well, I think everybody makes better video than I do. I kind of go back to my teaching days. So
Craig, you gotta put the countdown music in there too. You can select different different themes.
Yeah.
And you can have it a minute or 2 minutes. I usually put a minute because that drives me nuts to be waiting.
And you can put a thing at the end of it that tells when it's over to kind of redirect them to another video or a live stream. So, but I make crappy videos. I just do kind of a teaching video is my style, and I'm okay with that. It is what it is.
Yeah,
who you are.
Somebody's gonna like it. It's just gonna be. That's the way I look at it. I do it to show people what I'm experiencing, and I'm not no cutthroat, and battling. There's a new guy out here now that reminds me of that Peter Van Ever guy.
Oh yeah, we're trying that.
Yeah, his name is God. I got him on here somewhere. His name is Frank. He's a real brutish type. He was talking to this friend of mine I'm talking about with the medical background, and Steve, he used to have My Philippine, or what was his channel called?
Montel.
Destination Philippines, something like that. Yeah, Steve Montelli is his name, and he reminds you of this grumpy old guy, but
Yeah.
I like, that's just him. I mean, he gets bored very fast, and wherever he goes,
Yeah.
that's just. And he has podcasts that he broadcasts, I think, on Twitch.
Yeah. And then there's that talking guy in Cebu who's really old, who has a really deep voice and talks. He has a very good speaking voice.
He's a good guy, Steve. Oh, as a matter of fact, Craig here listens to him, and yeah, I told him, Craig, about how his voice had a soothing effect on you.
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, I don't know, is that good or bad? I said, no, that's good, man. He relaxes.
Yeah.
Your voice relaxes him. I'm gonna see what his name is, this dude, because I happen to come across Steve has what's his thing called? What's it called, Craig? Steve, something about rants. But anyway, it's just like a podcast, and he's just speaking his mind. Believe me, if you knew the guy, you wouldn't think what an asshole. But
Steve,
this other guy, he keeps. I happen to see one of these interviews he had with him, and the guy did nothing but, Steve, you're never going to be happy. You always complain this and that, and I'm thinking to myself, who's complaining here? You're complaining about him complaining.
Yeah.
And even if he is who he is. I've known him on here for a long time. I have nothing negative to say about it, period.
Wallets at one time? Didn't he?
What's that?
Wasn't Steve the one trying to sell wallets or something at one time?
Yeah, he's got a second channel. It was a wallet channel. He used to get some samples, and he even tried to have some made once, but that didn't pan out too. I don't think he could find the proper he wanted to have them made cheaply in the Philippines, but have the same quality, and he just couldn't make that all work. But
so, Craig, who's the the other one that's really old? He lives in Cebu. He's done a whole lot of videos at
there you go.
He always wears one of these type of hats. He's bald headed, and he has kind of got a deep voice. I can't remember.
That's Old Dog. Old Dog.
No, not him. No, he's a smoker. You can hear that.
Oh, yeah. That's I've been on that guy's channel a long time too. That's
Glasses, I think.
No, wait a minute. Amazing Philippines.
That's him. Yeah, I like his voice.
Yeah, his name's Rod. He's a cool guy. Yeah.
He has a very bravado voice.
You know what though, man? He's made over 1,000 videos, and I think he's been there 6-7 years now.
Wow, I'm up to 400 videos.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, Ken. Welcome in. I'm
trying to find this guy's name, but this guy reminds me of an Italian guy from New York. This guy's when I listened to him, he'd ask Steve a question, and Steve doesn't. He takes his time explaining himself, and if there's a second in there where he doesn't say anything, this other guy's just all over it right away. So Steve never gets to answer the guy's question because the guy won't shut up.
Yeah, and there's another guy, younger guy. I think he's ex-military. What is his name? Kevin, I think. Who seems to fighting with somebody from Australia, and all they do is fight back and forth.
I don't watch that shit like that.
Farming guy or some shit.
You know what? A lot of people confuse opinions with personal issues. It's quite this simple, and people forget. You don't have. We have variety. You do, even though they restrict your freedom of speech, you still have the option to not listen.
Mhm. That's why
Bothers you if it bothers you that much,
turn it
then
off.
don't watch it.
I don't.
You know, where there are a lot of folks out here that are older that know or get to know somebody that right away they got a bad,
But the funny thing is, those hate channels get a lot of views.
well, that's why they do it. I think this Frank guy, he reminds me of Peter, only with a little further education.
Yeah, that Peter guy was, man. I remember watching him. He was disgusting, or is disgusting. I heard him
Yeah.
that a while back.
Well, he had Steve Montelli did an interview with him, and
Yeah,
this guy's just a dumbass. I mean, this Peter was an idiot, but
but he still, I saw it. I saw a
Well-
live where he was on a while back. Not he wouldn't show his face, but
oh, really?
on the panel, and
What channel was this? What live stream was this?
I don't know. I didn't know those guys. I didn't know the channel. There's a new channel to me, but
Oh, here it is.
It
I
was
got the guy's name. Guy's name is Frank Battaglia.
Is that his channel name?
Yeah, Frank, and then last name is Battaglia.
But yeah, he was on a panel about a month ago, and he was still acting like he was king shit of the Philippines. I don't know where he is, where he lives.
You know what? He had it. Steve had an interview with him, and they, they just. Steve, what do you think? Oh, he's all right. He's a nice guy. But as soon as Peter got back to wherever he went to, but he used to like hanging around Baguio, and then he's like, oh, I really ain't got no problem with him, or he's just, for one, you're the dude is nobody to be having a problem.
Yeah.
He is his own problem, but I don't. This other dude is all about the clickbait crap, and Mr. He looks like he's a hitman for the mob, but he does, man. But this tells you that this guy spends most of his waking day complaining about what other people say about themselves or whatever.
Yeah, but it's amazing how this works. I was telling Joe the other day that I found a couple of channels that are from here in America that are, and this is gonna, well, maybe, I don't care. It gets me in trouble. But they're having like 75, 100, 125 people, account on their chat. So I click on and see what this is. And it turns out to where there's basically just some white trashy women bad mouthing other white trashy women, and there's like two competing channels that are mad at each other, and they got their little gangs or their groups, and they just bad mouth each other, without bad mouthing each other,
indirectly.
I'm just like, what a waste of energy and time.
Yeah, exactly, man. I don't. Matter of fact, when I'm in the Philippines, the negativity, all this, the political and all this crap happening here, I don't hear it, and and I love it like that, and I think to myself, we did this a lot when we were younger, a lot of us, and now we're older, they're still doing it, and I'm thinking to myself, you're not going to be alive for another 30, 40 years, man. You have to just get off of this shit.
These two white trash women are my age, and I'm like, oh my God, you people. I mean, but I see that Ned hasn't been on a whole lot, but he has two.
He's having a second kid, I guess.
He has two kids, and I thought somebody was saying he was going to come to the States.
So you know what? I think his parents are in Florida, but I think he might have to have back surgery here. He's got a real bad back.
Plus,
but
it's supposed
his
to be older, so he may be moving to the States or something.
when
I don't know. I don't know.
when I first started watching him, this girlfriend Michelle was
Yeah.
there was a good show with both of them,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
they did, and then she had to have her own. She had to have her own job, and YouTube the AdSense paid for his rent.
yeah.
So he didn't do her any favors at all. And then when people would ask, "Hey, how come what's her name ain't on here no more?" And, and one guy said, "You got to expect people to ask that question because people tune in to see both of you."
That's correct.
And but now he goes out and buys a brand new vehicle. He does everything that he should do. Why didn't he do that before? I think he used to snap a lot because of his back pain.
Yeah.
And he kind of. As a matter of fact, Michelle is from Pagaya and Mindanao, Pagayan or something.
Well, if I remember right, his wife has a real job there, but he also has a job. He's like a technical writer or a technical advisor.
His wife looks like she's 15 years old, man.
Yeah, that's kind of a there.
But anyway, they got a cute little kid. Looked like Tweety Bird,
Look at a Tweety Bird. Look who's in the house.
Their kid was a little ham, man. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, this is part of the sad thing. It's kind of like Tim K. The only reason he's popular because his wife looks to be like she's 15.
Dude, I don't even watch that. I think I watched 5 minutes of him once.
Yeah, but he has a huge channel, somehow.
Yeah,
but that's because his wife.
I've heard him talk to him once, and he reminds me of the way my father would talk to my mother.
Yeah,
disrespectful.
Yeah.
I think a lot. Maybe it's one of these things where they put on a show for the camera, but
yeah.
Again, I mean, I don't know. I think the guy's in his 50s, but he's in a beautiful country. He should be enjoying himself there.
Everybody say hi to Cats.
Hello.
Hi.
I mean, I don't bring any negativity with me over there. Matter of fact, what's his name? Chris one time was
got you on the panel. So
but in the Philippines was some foreigners for some reason have these little groups, associations. They sit around and talk about what their complaints are and all this other crap. And he says he walked in there once and these guys looked at him like, who the hell are you? But I have no desire to ever belong to someone because I'm a guest there. I have no reason to complain. If I don't like it, I can leave. And I don't care to sit around listening to other foreigners complain about stuff. Well, they don't do this here no more. It depends on who it's coming from and how they're saying it,
Yeah, I always enjoyed Ned's early content.
Yeah, I did too, man.
He was real important. Cats, if you want to drop a link to your channel, you're welcome to.
Yeah, you couldn't get enough of that this channel there.
He did really good, and but he's also very smart. He was a counselor, drug counselor, but he's also very smart because he does technical writing. So he's not a dumb boy.
He was in the Army.
He was.
But, one statement he made that I didn't agree with because because it ain't right. He said that he saved a lot of money and he was able to make a lot of money and save it because he was white. Now I have a lot of friends that are not white that have the same success in something. So that kind of statement is stupid, and it's not true.
He said what now?
He said that he got where he got in life because he's white. He made the money he made doing whatever he was doing. I don't know if he did the Army for a career or not, but it isn't. It's because and I typed back, I said, maybe it's because you put the effort in. Do you ever think of that? You know, because I know other people that are not white.
Yeah.
That,
No, I don't know about that either. I don't necessarily think.
yeah, that shoot, man, that's.
Hope
But anyway,
and visit everybody. Yeah, we will visit your channel. I got you popping up here. You and I are
Yeah.
already friends. So,
hmm.
but everybody else will come and visit you. You've got a good channel. We've got 17,000 subscribers. Woohoo!
It's easy. It's easy to. What's that?
So Cat Smith has 17,000
Oh,
subscribers.
she did. Oh, 17,000.
Yeah.
Well, you're a good looking woman. You're going to get that.
Mhm.
Good looking woman with content. Yeah.
What about a good looking man with content?
Eh, not
Yeah,
as much. Not as much.
not much. But, you know,
What I do instead of
well, people help and support.
I used to when I was watching when I was on a live stream watching, I would go right away and click. But now I just wait until
Yeah.
I'm done, and
Yeah.
then tomorrow I'll.
You want to come
You
up
know.
and sing us a song? We'll let you come up and sing.
You can't you can have a cappella the way you can do it that way.
Yeah, I do live streams, but I go and sit and watch and for a while also just to get the feeling. But
It'd be copyright strikes if you played a.
the music, yeah.
You know what? I don't get it though. A lot of people have the background, and then when I did one of the Masal videos, they sent me a notice and they said there was a copyright infringement. I said, well, it's what should be the problem is some people that try to sing like that should be that should be bad, you know.
Yeah.
Even it said that even the melody playing would
Yeah.
affect that.
Yeah, you can get knocked around.
I didn't get it.
I was trying to think of another YouTuber that was interesting that
What are you on here, man? Ooh.
yeah, I haven't seen Enrique in a while. Is he still alive?
I don't know. I don't even. And he had a live chit chat tonight. I saw the notice, but honestly, I haven't tuned in on him in
I haven't either.
a year or so.
I thought it was funny. That other military guy. Oh, what was his name?
He's a writer. Ricky's a writer too. He likes to write.
Yeah, he put a whole program together where he was talking about being single and all of that, and yeah, he was on today. Okay, Kim. You guys remember the guy, the younger kid who was attacking everybody from the military, attacked Tim K and had to apologize because of his military record.
Oh, I forget the guy's name.
But he went after Rick A too, and how he made a bachelor.
Yeah, he's a Spanish dude.
Whatever.
I forgot his freaking channel name. Matter of fact,
I don't even think he's around anymore.
I forget.
But if that's how you got to make your bones is by tearing it. I don't care if Enrique makes a series on how to
Yeah, man. That goes back to what I was saying in the beginning here. That guy would wait. He ran into Tim K at the VA once. That guy would be making a video sitting in his car talking about how much the other people like Rika and them would bother, how much he'd bothered, you know.
Then why watch him, you know? Yeah, Ken, you're right. It's Andy Omar.
Andy Omar, that's right.
Is he still alive and kicking on?
I think he stopped. And another guy, I gotta say this, he has an Indian accent. So he's from India. And he has these he doesn't show his face ever.
Yeah.
Oh, Raw Sewage, that's the name of his channel. So the guy comes on and he don't like this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, you're not even American, dude. You probably in India.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody, he's always giving these messages, he'll say, oh, the law's closing in on him, this guy like Clarence or Terrence, that the fake dude Bowl, he's got licenses for all of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and if you, like I said, man, I don't look at his stuff anymore either. But you know, I'm not letting that mess my life up.
And then now there's another guy that tried really hard to be a professional troll. What was he? Fat Slob Blob.
I don't even know that one, man.
Yeah, he didn't last real long because YouTube kind of knocked him out.
Hey.
You might remember Fat Slob Blob, but you
I said
people.
I said this before, and I'll always say it. And
Oh, do
and you would know because I don't put up with I don't like all that crap. I only surround myself with good people.
Yeah.
Period.
Ken's asking what happened to Alo de Winter.
Everybody I talk to is a good person.
So Ken was that his channel name? Because I don't recognize that name.
Oh, that dude. Oh, he had Eldo. I think it was. That guy was like a German dude, wasn't he? I haven't now that you type. Now that I see that name, man, he used to have like a Joker, didn't he, for an avatar? Joker.
Yeah, I don't know him. I don't guess. I don't guess I ever saw him.
Rike is Henry Velez.
Yeah.
You know what I gave him some little crap one time, and it was funny because if any of you like me have grown up a lot around Spanish people, if you mention Taco Bell, they give you this look like, you know, they want to smack you.
Yeah.
Because Taco Bell they get really like, oh, yeah. So he was in an airport in Korea and he was eating at a Taco Bell, and I told him, I said, man, your mother's probably praying the rosary for you, because for a Mexican guy to be eating Taco Bell.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That's funny.
Oh, Swiss, okay, but he has that avatar like that Joker, right, Ken?
Yeah, I didn't know his channel, but there's
Oh, that's an old one, man. He's like one of the original.
originals.
You're like one of the, well, to me, he's like one of the original anti whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jester. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Jester type.
Is that guy's still on, huh? Well, the problem, it ain't a problem, but a lot of people I convert with now, they have karaoke, and I'm not into that. I'll stop by and say hello, but
yeah, I think, you know, I don't sing or anything, obviously, but yeah, I go by and say hi, you know, because I think it's a good thing to do.
I honestly think that some people they should have a strike against them because they just butchered a song.
You know, yeah, well, that's where the thumbs down comes, I guess, you know. I don't know, but it can be tough, you know. Some of the karaoke ones can be enjoyable, but then again, it's the same times over and over and over and over.
If you're at a Philippine party, there's going to be karaoke.
There is indeed, whether you want it to be or not.
I got a brother-in-law, man. I'm sure I told you this guy. He gained a lot of weight since the last time I saw him, but this guy's voice, the range he has, is something else. It's unbelievable. He sounds just like he knows how to sing all of it, man. He is but he's shy, but he can sing, man. Honest to God, that is no named Ronnie Marina, but he doesn't have a channel. But when we go to birthday parties, his daughter had a birthday party, and was it both of them? We went to this kid amusement park kind of for kids. Wow. out in the middle of a jungle, you know. I don't know if this might have been a franchise. I'm not sure, but the dude can sing, man.
Yeah.
If I ever have the opportunity to tape it and keep it unlisted, just for friends.
Ken's asking, do you remember any of the original YouTubers out of
Well, the ones from
just
the ones I
Ned,
was just mentioning, Ned,
the old guy, or
Bud Brown, Enrique were the first three.
well, that Philip guy, but
Philip.
yeah, the crazy Philip, the Philip guy.
Oh, no, what's his name? Van Dever?
Yeah.
That dude was terrible. I mean, but
No, he wasn't good, but he was one of the ones that I think he even tried to get in a fight with Ned one time.
yeah, I think, well, he got on his nerves. I know that.
Yeah.
But there was a cool dude too and his wife left him, man.
Like Pot. Jack.
Godly, he was from San Francisco. Seth says his name was Seth, but his channel was called Says, Hezs or something like Hes. Yeah, his name was Seth, and his wife. He went and sold everything in America, Says style, right? Exactly. He sold everything in America here, and every time he get together with the Korean friend of his, what was that Korean Ken? What was that Korean's friend? But his wife would get all shy around him. I don't know what actually finished his channel off, but I think his wife left him, and I don't know. Maybe she didn't get the rich life she expected. I don't know. Who's dead? Tuk Tuk Cali? You talking about Tuk Tuk Cali? He's from California, and he moved there with his wife and his buddy. Oh, the Korean dude? The Korean dude's dead? What's the name of that guy's channel? Oh, Tuk Tuk. He died, huh? He's a Filipino that he sold everything in America here in California or Philippines back there, and he had what do you call it? A little what do you call it? The Angeles. I think he lived in Pampanga, maybe. Oh, Tuk Tuk. Okay, yeah, that Tuk Tuk Cali. Yeah, he was. That was the name of his channel. He had what do you call it? A trike, that low one that they got. What happened to him? He have a heart attack, Ken?
Died
3 years ago, huh? Nice guy too, man. He had a good channel there, and then he was trying to cater more to Filipinos, and I just kind of lost touch with that. But he had a good channel.
I watched the guy, and I can't remember his channel name.
But it ain't okay. It ain't.
Never found out why.
That Korean guy. You remember that Korean guy, Ken? I forget. Be Adventures. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he would have the guy, once in a while they run into each other, and his wife would get real sweet. You could tell. I mean, Filipinos love Koreans anyway for some reason. But dude's cool, man. I like Seth's channel, man. Sorry that that happened to him like it did. But I don't even know if Steve Montelli, I used to watch him too with those guys, because they got together a couple times there in Angeles. Steve Montelli and Philly in the Philippines and Tuk Tuk Kelly and Says Style. Yeah. Korean guy's still around, huh? I wonder if his wife, Seth, if his wife left him for that guy.
Yeah, Brian's been doing well. He's been doing his thing for quite a while.
But I guess he just says Yeah, I talk to Steve. I talk to Steve all the time, Ken. Steve's been giving me some valuable advice and on medical issues. Yeah. Yeah, she was cute, man. They did one in a bikini she had on, and they were down at the sort of a little beach there in San Francisco or off that part of the California, and she looked really nice in it too. And I mean, I only think it was 50 degrees out, but
Yeah,
I love that. I like
one of the
they're doing
earliest
it.
I watched was a guy that was a missionary in the Philippines for 10 years. He's a
He
white,
owned it.
about 40 years, 30 years old back in the States. And he
That
did a whole lot of videos with his wife.
American. I thought it was a European dude that was a European guy. I forget the guy's name.
Now, the guy I watched this is years ago. He hasn't been on, but he's an American. He moved back to the United States. He's just a bald-headed white kid, about 30 years old, was a missionary in the Philippines for 10 years, wound up getting married. And he had a whole lot of videos, just really matter of the fact, here's what it is.
Okay.
Type of video.
You don't remember the name though, huh?
No, I really don't. It's been so long since I've even seen his channel. It's probably been 5
Yeah.
years since I've seen his channel.
I don't know. I don't know if I heard it from Steve or I think it might have been when I was on it when Steve used to do his live streams. I think Steve did live stream. Yeah, a little bit. But somebody asked that question about Seth, and I guess his name's Seth. I think his channel Seth Style. He said he didn't want nothing to do with it anymore. So,
Yeah, drop anything you like, Craig. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you got a wrench, you can do that automatically.
Oh, yeah. I think I gave him one.
Yeah, that's what that thing means, aside from being a moderator.
Yeah. You're blue, so you're good. You're good.
Yeah, those were cool, Ken. That was good time back then. Watching Ned, I forget what days all these guys were on, but Seth would have he would have a live stream. It was always fun, a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
Heavy drinking got him in trouble with his wife, so I thought he might have got dumped on.
Yeah.
Well, you know what though, Ken, he might have gotten. She might have been stressing him out, because I think she was expecting more of him.
Yeah.
Than he could only do so much. I think she gave me an impression that she wanted it done overnight, because he sold everything here, quit the place he worked for, started up his own business over there. I don't know if it was in advertising or what.
There was a couple of families that did that had channels too. I just don't know what has happened to them, but
oh yeah, that what is that one guy? I think he got in trouble with Uncle Sam. The guy that kept them making babies. They got like 6 kids or 7 or something. 5, 7 kids.
Yeah, this was a white guy with a beard who lived, I think, here in the U.S.
He grew a beard.
And they moved to the Philippines.
He grew, well, there were 2 guys. There's one up there in Bowl, and last time I talked, Rizzuto Family Vlogs, and he had issues with his health. And last time I talked to him, he was down in Jinsan, getting his health together.
Yeah.
But the other guy, Ahern, last name. Ahern, I thought the dude, his mom and dad died like, I don't know if it was 3 months apart. Mom had cancer and his dad had a heart attack or something like that. So he lost both of his parents and when he was in his I don't even know if the guy was 20 yet. And
Chris and Cebu is still doing his walkabouts.
Ahern, They made a lot of money on their super chats,
Yeah.
you know, and
That's what-
YouTube's out of California, so you know that's expensive taxes there. But I don't think he was reporting that income, and he had to come back here to America. He came with one or two kids, but
I'll tell you, I was on Tim K's website. This is probably a year or more ago, year and a half at least. And I was only there for about 30 minutes, and he raised $1,000 in 30 minutes.
dude, you wait a minute. There's this guy over on he's in Bangkok or Thailand, CB Media. He dude's probably in his 30s. He had his own media company. That's what he went there in the first place. When I joined this guy's channel, he had 52,000 subscribers. Now he's over, I think he's over 450,000. And I seen him have a live stream once, and I ain't shitting you. He had 4,000 people on a live stream that were throwing, you know, $20, $50 at him, 100.
Yeah.
This guy had his own. He had a boat made called the Titanic, a speedboat for racing. He has his own car now, a little BMW or whatever, you know, souped up. But he has 2 condos in Thailand, so that tells you how much he makes.
Yeah.
This dude's got. He does car shows, car racing. He ventures out throughout the countryside, you know, taking trips.
If you can get it right, you know, if you got something that people want to see, you can rake in.
This dude is, but he has the right personality. The only thing that a lot of people didn't like was that he bought a used scooter, and instead of giving it away, he destroyed it.
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
He's letting people hit it with a sledgehammer, this and that, because where you're coming from, you know, here in America, you know, it's okay, but you do it in a place where the majority of the people don't have that.
I agree totally with you. But you know what's weird is some of these channels, just channels out there that just do nothing but destroy things are so popular.
American guy Chris. American guy Chris.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, he lives down in Dubai.
I don't know. The only one I knew down there was he moved back to America because I think his business just petered out, you know, kind of faded away. Oh God, it was a guy. He's in Indiana. I got Bob Martin. Guy's name is.
Yeah, does anybody know if Chris and Cebu is still doing his walkabout?
Oh, Chris and Cebu. That's right, man. I forgot. Now that you just mentioned that, I haven't looked at him in ages. Yeah. Him and his wife moved to the Philippines. They both lost their jobs, and he lost a serious guitar collection. And
wow,
they moved there. She works at a hospital.
Yeah, she had.
And they bought a condo, and she got a car.
Yeah.
So he used to do
walkabout
morning, right? He'd do a morning.
Walkabouts of Cebu City. But you know where they bought. We looked at that condominium complex,
dude.
There's not a whole lot around there, so I don't. You know, he's gonna have to go back in town to do walkabouts.
He moved outside of Cebu with that when he moved into that condo, and most of his stuff is shown. Most of his stuff is a view from the condo, and it's an open area. And he said that there won't be any building there for whatever reason. I'm thinking to myself, money talks, man. They could change that very easily.
Yeah, we know. Lorelai and I know that area very, very, very well. So everybody say hi to Inday, please.
Inday?
It's good to see you. You're welcome to come into the panel and yell at us if you like.
There was a lady over there in Butuan. She was
You can drop a link if you like. If you have.
I think she was a government worker, or she had a. What is it called? God, I forget, man. God, this brings back a lot of memories with all these older guys. These other guys I used to watch. I liked those times back then, Ken. I just, there was
I liked
a lot
Mike. Mike was really good. The one that died of the heart attack.
died of a heart attack. Mike
Nurse,
who?
the retired knight, Mike Carson.
Oh, no, it wasn't. He's from Texas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike, yeah, I
retired.
forget his name. Well, you know what? Somebody offered to pay him to come back to America or Steve knew about it too. Um, because they took away that Z package with Phil Health, which meant he couldn't have that.
Yeah,
But anyway, dude was he was a good channel. He kind of left his girlfriend hanging with
the death.
when he died, but he was a good channel to watch. Yeah.
Ken says Chris had to go through rabies vaccine. Holy shit, rabies? Crap. That's serious. I mean, if you don't get that started quick enough, rabies is fatal. So
For who? Who had rabies?
Chris and Cebu.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he must got bit by a rat. We had a rat that freaking big in our house.
When in that? Oh, yeah. His Mike girlfriend still runs the channel, huh? Yeah, I forget the guy's last name, Ken. I don't even know. He used to, his channel, what was his channel name? My Philippine Journey or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. He did his scooter rides early on, then,
Yeah, he had a motorcycle. He had a regular motorcycle. But Rose was like the second. He had a girlfriend before that, I think. But
long before live streams. That's right.
yeah, his when he had Rose when he first had that Rose on there, man, she wasn't very friendly.
Bit by dog. Yeah.
Yeah, My Philippine Journey. Yeah. Yep, I watched Tim, Enrique, Bud Brown, and Ned.
Yeah.
And then I picked up on the Brits one later on, but I don't watch them anymore either. Mike Carson, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice guy, though, Mike. Nice guy.
He had a good person. You could tell that he was really, really good in his former career as a nurse, because you could see the compassion in him when he spoke.
No, he was an electrician or something like that.
No, he's a nurse. He was an ER nurse.
Mike Carson, you might be thinking of the other guy that
White.
you might be thinking of. No, there's another guy out there that Steve knows. Sense of Style.
Yeah, no, Mike was the nurse.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Ken, what do you think? Am I right? Was
thought he
Mike
was
the retired nurse from America?
Well, then why wouldn't he go? That doesn't make sense. He
did some videos on it, and he talked about it. He's like, look, I've never been happier. I don't want to go back to the States. If I pass away here, then
that dude. He was doctoring that as long as he could, but a lot of people liked him, and a lot of people showed a lot of love to him, and he could have taken care of that, come back, and then he could have went back,
Yeah, in day we will all make sure that we take good care.
You know what? I don't know about his entire life, but from what I gather, from what I've what I've seen, that's one person that the world was a happier place, for him being in it.
Well, that's what I mean. You could just tell that he would have been a really good nurse. He was.
Sure about that guy? Because
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I watched a lot of his stuff.
Hey, that Sense of Style guy, he's in Dumageddon. Oh, he's back in California now, but for how long I don't know. But this dude was a nurse, and he went up to visit the Hunchback of Boho.
Boho? I didn't know that.
Yeah, what the hell is that guy? He's been there like 20 years, and he still complains about Filipinos and stuff. He's toned it down since then.
Yep.
$30,000
for his medical in the Philippines. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? He should have. Oh Lord! Oh, he should have.
He didn't want to. He talked about in his.
I understand that. I remember that.
Yeah, that he just doesn't want to. And I get this because look, I'm somebody who's died 4 times. I get it. When you're ready to go, you're ready to go. And if he wanted to go in the Philippines,
When I
That's what he
Dude,
chose to do.
the last couple videos I saw of him, man, you could tell.
Yeah.
You know, he looked all freaking bloated. I mean, he looked like he was sitting on a powder keg, you know.
Yeah.
I got matter of fact, there's another channel out there I watched, and he's from Oregon State. Kevin, he lives in Butuan, a little outside Butuan, and his channel is Lumpia Life. He does a very good. He's got good content. He worked at Comcast, and he took an early retirement. He's only in his 50s.
I'll Google him. I'll find him. Lumpia.
Yeah, Olympia Life. Yeah, him and his wife.
Ask for help. That's right.
They came to the Philippines, and it was during COVID, so he couldn't get back. He kind of missed his family back here. So then they were going to get a condo in Las Vegas, but he very good. And he went back. I said, dude, you got to give it more time. You only had a year. And now that he's back again, because he said, look, I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. So they got a house built. It's supposed to be like a summer house. It's right on the ocean, and did a fantastic job. The only issue was the water. Now he's got a pump there with a, you know,
Lumpia is the very nice. Yeah, we all love Lumpia.
Oh yeah.
Things. I make great Filipino food. I'll just brag on myself. But I actually got. We need to make about 100 to 200 lumpia so that I can freeze them and put them in my freezer so I can take them out and eat them when I want them. But we've just been procrastinating on making them.
This dude and his wife went to Indonesia. They went to Bali. They're last I heard, they were in Thailand. But good people.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's the good thing, I think, or the interesting thing is the good people that we've all met here in this world, virtual world, way outweighs those 5 or 6 idiots.
Yeah.
So that's what I think, anyway.
Well, you know what? I've said this before, but not everybody else heard. I'm the only good thing out of the pandemic was me spending a lot of time on YouTube because there was nothing else to do or nowhere else to go, and I met a lot of people on here. A lot of people.
Yeah, let's tell Inde where we're all from, or where our females are from. Mine's from Cebu City.
Mm.
So you guys can all tell her where.
My wife, we're in Butuan.
So.
Mindanao, Butuan City, Mindanao.
Yeah, Lorelai's from Cebu City. We're currently in the United States.
A little bit like when he left, man, he had his brand new it was like a 3-unit, townhouse kind of.
Yeah.
Brand new. It's some doctor owned it or something. $320 a month. That place was sweet.
Greg has to correct himself here.
Yeah, I've been, you know what? I went through, we went to visit my wife's family where her father was born, and he has some sisters in that up there in Naga City, Cameroon, Sur. And on our way to and from, I remember I was in Tacloban about, 2 or 3 months before that typhoon hit there. And I remember that town name for some reason. I remember this old guy. I don't know. He was a Westerner, but I remember him. This young lady greeting him in the morning. She had some sort of little breakfast thing going on. Davao.
Yeah, that's the ex. So, and then Maureen from on Mindanao.
Oh man, that brings back memories with all those guys. Yeah, he never asked for no money. Mike didn't either.
Oh, he didn't. He never. There's a lot of
People,
beggars out there, but he wasn't one. Even
no,
dying.
people offered.
They
You know
did.
what I mean? They offered to help him.
They did. I know. I was there. I mean, it was.
The town he was living in, wherever he was living when he died, he helped. He put a pump,
Water pump.
water pump, so they wouldn't have to
Yeah.
crank on it all the time.
The crazy thing, thinking of e-beggar, I mean, he wasn't an e-beggar at all.
No, hell no.
It blows my mind about all the e-begging is what and of course, what is e-begging? Is e-begging?
You know what?
Say,
Though. Listen, even people that do it or people that think people do it, it's all their business. I mean, if you're going to give somebody $20, no matter what I say, I could, you know what I mean? We're all old enough
Well,
that
and that's kind of my point about Enrique and his bachelor's course. If
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
to pay him for something they could do for free, then that's
listen,
people are doing that.
but there's a market out there because there's a lot of people out there that maybe they've never been, haven't been single in 40 years and they just don't know, I mean, I personally don't need anything, will never have, but it's there if you want it. If you don't, you don't, it's
Yeah, I agree. I think everybody has a right to hustle and do anything they can do to make money. And if you feel like somebody because they sing well or show their boobs,
I know somebody's character. I know one guy and his character, he's full of shit. I know what kind of person he is because my father was a person like that.
yeah.
That guy thinks all his friends are stupid. Here's an example of what somebody does like that. They say they're not doing it, whether they are or not. Who cares? I mean, a guy comes over $500 a month and he gets married and has 2 kids. He's a dumbass for even starting that. And he was on. He always had this habit of saying, "Well, I don't know how I'm going to make it next month, guys. I only got this. I only got that." And then he goes out and buys a brand new motorcycle, and he buys a car 2 weeks later, a used one. And this is the guy that didn't know how he was going to make it. And one of my other friends said that still converses with them says, "Well, you said he had that saved." And I said to him, and I said to this guy, I said, "Look, if he was so hard up for money, why didn't he use that money if he was such bad shape?"
Yeah, use your savings versus having somebody.
So that kind of guy, he thinks his friends are stupid, is what he thinks. That he can say or do whatever he wants to do, and they're going to believe him no matter what.
Yeah. This is the biggest beggar in our house.
Oh, you got 2 of them, don't you?
Yeah, this is the bloodsucker.
Look like you gave that one a little perm.
Well, no, she's a long hair. She's just messy.
Oh, okay.
All right, lay down. All right, you ready?
Dubai. Ooh, Dubai. I was on the way back from the Philippines. I was in Qatar, Doha. You talk about a beautiful skyline. Dubai is oh man.
In Dubai, huh? We have a very good friend who is in the process of bringing his fiance over, who's currently in Dubai. Small world.
Yeah, I got 545 square meters, so I got a little bit of, where the land is zoned for our agriculture, but like anything else, you throw a little money their way and they can change that because supposedly there's a guy, he's got a 2-story, he was a drug dealer or something. I think that's what the chismis is. But I don't know.
Always chismis in the Philippines, that's for sure.
Talking. You say that to somebody, you get real upset.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. It's good for people to get upset from time to time, I think.
Well, the wooden house that we got, I still got to verify this paperwork to be legal. But my wife, I think my mother-in-law uses her sometimes. But
And they like
this place she's living at, where our place, it's just a 1-room, wooden temporary deal.
Yeah.
But all these people, because her husband was a foreigner, they would torment her.
Yeah.
And it really got the best of her. Plus her family expects them to, expects me to do everything for them when I haven't even done everything for my family.
Yeah.
I'm not 35 years old. I'm 61. I don't have as much time on earth as they do. So,
Yeah.
my whole goal is once my family's set up, and then we'll talk.
Well,
but I can't see that ever happening that fast.
no, we've talked about it. It's going to
Particular-
get my son back in 10. Okay. It's all about taking the easy way out for me. The ones that want your money just so they can take the easy way out pisses me off.
Dude,
I don't mind helping people if
Yeah,
they're themselves, but when they look at it and go, "Oh, well, the foreigner's rich. He's making."
I don't like it when they use that word support,
I hate
because I have 5 kids,
that. I hate
of
the word.
whom I supported all of them at one time or another. So when a grown person says to me, when they're able-bodied and they want to, there's a lot of people I know, Filipinos too, that go over there, go to work, and the family of 8 in the house sit there and do nothing.
Well, I don't like the word support or sponsor.
I understand the opportunity is almost nil, but you still got to try to do. I mean, not everybody. Every time I make a statement, I always got to say not everybody, because it's not everybody that does it. But I knew one in particular. She was away the entire time working when her kids were growing up.
Yeah.
Now they're 17 and 16 years old. And while she was gone, nobody did nothing but her.
Well, I kind of got to disagree a tiny bit. I think the opportunities to make money in the Philippines is there.
Nah, not the support, man. That's
I
tough.
think there's ways to make money for the Filipinos in the Philippines. They just got to be willing to go do it. And a lot of them just would prefer to find an easier way.
I get that, but that's done. That's for sure. But if business wise, like I said earlier, you have more of an opportunity to start your own thing there than everybody else, than you do here.
Yeah.
The problem over there is when you got one of my brother-in-laws is a fantastic cook. He was in Cavite for a while, and he had a booming business, and then all of a sudden everybody else sets up next to him, start doing the same thing.
Yeah. No, and that's part of the problem. So you've got to kind of always be flexible and moving. But you need to make a few pesos. There's ways.
But here in Cagayan de Oro, there's a lot of major companies there, and I had a brother-in-law, younger one, that he went out there with his girlfriend. They've been gone for a year now. He had to choose between working in the fish market, and everybody's spreading the money, around.
Mm-hmm.
And he chose between that and his own thing, and he chose to do his own thing. But the question I have with the land I bought is, I know the mother-in-law will build or have stuff, and they don't mind making payments on whatever. But on this lot that kids, there are 3 houses built, 3 wooden ones, and where did that money come from for the land? And is my land really 545 square meters?
Yeah, that's the thing is what you
Well,
do. Really,
I was there and I saw the papers, but when it came to the lawyer's signature or the city signature, whoever at the municipal, it wasn't signed on the line that the name is. It was signed above that, as to say, well, there's no false signature because nobody wrote in that spot. So when I get back there again, I'll take it to a lawyer and ask him if this is legitimate.
Hello to you.
Because they gave me a lot of grief because they do land stuff over there different than we do. So I bought that land from here when I was 2014, and with all the paperwork and all that, I think I paid $7,000 when it was all said and done for the land and the paperwork. So I didn't want to wait, so we had the mother-in-law put her name down. Now, when I got closer to the time coming over there, one of my sister-in-laws was making up the excuses. She'd say, well, Mama's been sick. Right there, I went off on her because I fell and hit my head 28 years ago, something like that. And I went to work every day.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, look, I even had a lady on my bus. I had a lady on my bus and her boyfriend was shooting it as we were driving down the road. He hit the guy in front of me in the head. I almost got killed. And I never missed a day of work to my back. I never missed a day of work to my concussion that I had. That I really hit my head hard that affected me, So when somebody says, well, she hasn't been feeling good, well, that just burns me. And my wife said to me once, I said, haven't you asked your mother? I mean, you're like 42. Quit asking her and tell her.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, every time she asked her mom would say, oh, don't worry about that. So what does that tell you? Hopefully I'm going to forget and let it go.
Kaya, good to meet you. I'm not familiar with you.
But I can
everybody say hi. Ken already said hi to you.
Hi, Kaya.
Yeah.
Hi, Anchor.
With them. But hey, you're welcome. Glad you're here. Chime in if you like.
What I can honestly say, without being too nasty, that if somebody thinks that they can take something from me and nothing ever be done about it, they got the wrong guy.
Yeah, and that's a normal thing. It's
I mean, dude, I worked hard for that. I worked a lot and I worked sick. I had a concussion. I could have crashed the bus, but I went to work every day.
Trust me, I didn't know I was dying the last 4 years of my college.
I never done. Oh my god! But then, anybody that sits there and says that has ample time to do. And one of my sister-in-laws would say, "Well, aren't you the one that said, you wanted to do it like this?" I said, "Yeah, then, and now is different."
Part of the human condition is what we want from people is what we've done ourselves. So we want people if we've worked hard all our lives, we expect people to do the same. You know what I mean? And so
I didn't get nothing unless you worked. I didn't have, I didn't get shit from nobody ever. I never asked.
Hold on a second. Kaya, do you have a channel? What kind of channel do you have? And try to find you and see what kind of channel you have.
I don't shoot. What I think is wrong is when somebody wants to debate me on something, that's rightfully mine. There's no debate, It isn't like I gave it to anybody.
No, I agree with you. When it comes to my money, you're not going to debate me about my money. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
hang on.
My sister-in-law's argument was, well, aren't you the one that had it put Mama's name? They told us we told you could wait and have the papers mailed here and then mail them back. And you didn't want to do that. I said, no, I didn't want to do that then, but I do now.
Kaya and I are friends, apparently. You got a nice channel, Kaya. You got 4,000 subscribers, some really cool travel videos.
Let me check this out.
Nice, man. Good channel. I remember you now. I'm sorry.
How do you
jog my brain, man?
How do you spell that? Okay, what? K-U-Y?
Yeah.
I'm on a different page here.
Kuya is Kier. Kuyakier.
Yeah, I got it. It's got Kier.
Uh-huh. So everybody make friends with him. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
this a
Yeah. You did
Bulai?
on Lithuanian that I thought was really cool. I remember that.
Bulai?
And I have over here marked the Switzerland and I saw that you were going to do one on China. And he has some cool videos. I want to see the one in Norway too.
It's a guy?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming.
It's like kayaker.
So nice channel though. He has some cool stuff.
I might have seen this before.
You Mr. Yank, you will really like his videos because you like those travel videos and seeing things. That's what he does a lot of.
Yeah, I eat that. I've had that rice wrapped up in that palm leaf or whatever. I don't know about no kinilaw. I like kinilaw, but that's not good for you either.
And I gave you a jacket. If you want to drop your link officially, you can drop your link there.
Okay.
Yeah, he has some good stuff, man.
Mm.
I met him the other day on, I can't remember whose live stream.
I like it over there. It relaxes me for a couple of reasons. Because one, I'm a guest, and the next one is that there are a lot more good people than there are here. You know, family life used to be very solid here, and now I got cousins that are. I have friends that aren't related to me closer than my cousins are.
Yeah.
You know, aside from the weather, I mean, there's always a disclaimer there. You know, every society has its bad seeds, but as a whole, to me, they are what we used to be.
Yeah.
And I like it.
That's good, man. And but you'll get back there hopefully before
Merry
late
Christmas.
Yeah, it's almost Christmas, guys. We got less than 12 days. Is that what I
don't even look at that anymore, man.
12 days of Christmas.
You know what? We got a radio station here that plays Christmas music the day after Thanksgiving.
Same here.
And there's always build up. You always got something. And then once you're past Christmas, it's like you don't have nothing till Good Friday, you know?
Yeah, we have radio stations that start in Thanksgiving to Christmas.
And this is nonstop too.
Non-stop, same Christmas music.
Well, you know,
and over and over. But it is Christmas time.
When I was a kid, you had,
More
hey, is so and so having a special? Let's watch that. Who's Andy Williams with this? He having his own Who Are his guests? You know, you had
Yeah.
Bob Hope and Bing Crosby and sang a duet with David Bowie.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched the original Scrooge the other day. And then I watched the Bill Murray Scrooge the other day. And now I'm going to watch the latest, well, not the latest Scrooge. And then, of course, there's a new Scrooge out that has Ryan Reynolds and I can't remember, Ryan Reynolds and another comedian out in it that looks super, super funny. And then, of course, I'm waiting to see my favorite Christmas movie, which is crap. I can't think of the name of it for the life of me. It's a Wonderful Life. And that usually comes on Christmas Eve. So I try to get into Christmas movies a little bit. So it's almost 8:30, so that means it's going to be time for me to vacate the world of internet. Getting a little late for me, but I will say I appreciate everybody visiting us today, coming and joining us, being a part of our live show, which we do every Tuesday nights at 5:30. I usually do a little premiere before of some video I did, and then convert that over into a live stream starting about 5:30. And we talk about anything you want to talk about. You can make friends, or you can just visit and hang out. And if you don't know, Mr. Yank has a live stream on his channel on Fridays at 5 that everybody is more than welcome to come and do the same. Join in and make friends and all of that good stuff. All right, my friends, I will be signing off from the great state of the United States, where it has still only 51 degrees and raining. So we are privileged to have served you tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday night. It's time for me to go, Mr. Yank. It's actually been 3 hours, not 2 hours.
Wow. You're on
So,
a curfew, huh?
Yeah,
We'll see you Friday.
yeah. I told them all. I told everybody to come see you on Friday and to see me on Tuesday nights, and have a
What
good
time
week.
do I have mine? Oh, mine's 5 p.m. You're on Central Time too.
Yeah, I'm 5 p.m. I do that for 5:30.
5 p.m. here would be
5 p.m. here.
7 in the morning Philippine time.
Oh yeah. But I gotta visit Craig some and watch all of his. I got a lot of stuff to watch. So, but all right, guys, take care, and we will see you Friday or Tuesday.
See you later.
Appreciate it.